The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Chef Wednesday, sorry. Vindus. Yes, tomorrow will be windy, Jason. Let's see. Let's check the wind for tomorrow. Look out. Nobody likes the wind, right? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh wow. 18 miles an hour with gusts up to 35. Well, how about that? 35 miles an hour is just above a strong breeze and just below a gale. It's considered a high wind according to the Beaufort scale.
Okay. I don't trust the Beaufort scale.
Never did. Never trusted the Beaufort scale. I don't trust deep wind. But Jason, after that, that's where it just gets just silly, or should I say seasonably normal. 80 on Wednesday, 87 Thursday, 91 Friday, 92 Saturday, 89 Sunday, 87 Monday, 94 Tuesday, 95 next Wednesday.
Okay.
Welcome to summer, everybody.
It's spring.
Gross.
Gross.
Remember when it felt like we got a month of the 70-degree weather?
Yeah.
Like it kind of like a lead up to the really hot weather?
It just rained on Saturday.
I know. That's it. We'll have a couple more, there'll be a day or two, I'm sure, a couple of days. But the thing that I don't like it when it gets into the 90s in May, because again, as we all know, Sacramento summer is truly July, August, September. It's going to be, there will be 100-degree days and it will be hot into the second week of it. It doesn't really ever start getting crispy feeling until the second, maybe third week of October. So you're really looking at 90 and above for the most part. If it starts, let's say May 10th, June, July, August, September,
5 months.
It's 5 months. It's almost half a year. And if I was listening to this show regularly for a long time, I'd be like, Dave, you're born and raised here. Quit bitching. There's other places. You don't like the weather. But it's like your spouse. Like there are things you don't like about your significant other. Sure, they don't like about you, but that's who you got. You're loyal.
Right.
You can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm not going to give up on Sacramento because of one thing, even if it's a big deal.
But you sure feel like you might.
I will add to it that as terrible as Sacramento summer is, a lot of the country is much, much worse.
Oh, sure. Oh, for sure. Like, I watch this stuff sometimes, and, like, I get it. Like, I understand, like, some people just can't move. Like, they can't for whatever reason, financial way. But I look at, like, Tornado Alley. I'm like, why do you live there? Oh, my God. Like, even back in the day, like, people would get on, like, horses and the buggies and, like, Oregon Trail it out. Like,
Mhm.
there's got to be. I see these poor people, man, and it's just like every other year, it's like, the Golden Corral in Blainsville, Oklahoma, blew out over, and God
Was
knows
Luca there?
what, right? I'm just like, man,
Yeah, there wasn't any wind that day.
how do you do that year after year? But I think it's the same thing. They're like, hey, I'm from Blainsville, Oklahoma, is where I live. I deal with it. We don't have to deal with that. No hurricanes. No, all we have is earthquakes. Again, knock on wood, I've never felt one. Born and raised here. But what do we really have? Are things like high heat and fires, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Allergies.
Allergies. I'm not saying fires are nothing to shake a stick at. Don't get me wrong. That's a big deal. What was it?
Plus,
Like,
that's flammable.
what, fires?
The stick.
Oh, stick. That's a great point. What was it? Was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? What was the one where like the whole summer was like you couldn't see?
Oh, we
Oh,
had a
it's more
couple
than
of
that.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it within the last 3 summers?
I
Was
remember
it
2020 was pretty bad.
What was the one when was the Paradise Fire?
Yeah.
Is
That was probably
was that pre 2020?
18.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I don't
2018.
I still to this day don't understand like how Red Cross. I have such an admiration for like Red Cross workers and people like that, even people that work for FEMA, where it's like their real job, like going in and seeing stuff. I'd never seen anything like that Walmart encampment in Paradise, and I'll never forget the fact that you couldn't breathe because it was so
Just
smoky.
orange.
It was orange, exactly. Your eyes were constantly burning. It was alternating hot. And then like you see just looking at all these families like in like Northern California. We're not in like some other country. We're in here, and I'll never forget, Jason, like looking out, you had like the food area where people were volunteering and serving food. You had like this area that was piled high with clothes that were donated and, water bottles and stuff. But the whole parking lot was basically, it was a tent city. And you'll remember out there when we made our deliveries, and I got norovirus because norovirus was going all around that camp, and it'll never leave me. Going home and for the next 72 hours, I had COVID twice. I've had pneumonias and strep throats. We've all been sick. I've never had a consistently as hardcore violent disease as norovirus. And I say violent, like literally, like, dude, like begging for Jesus to come take you out of your pain, violence, not being able to be further than 10 feet from the bathroom. And I will never forget sitting there absolutely miserable and in terrible, terrible agony and thinking about like, there's like a mom and dad and kid that all have norovirus that are in a tent that have to go stand in line for a porta potty that just got used by a bunch of other people who have norovirus. And then you go back, like I'm in my bedroom with like my fan on and the AC and, big bottle of water and some vitamins and, anything I could possibly TV, right.
Your phone.
Although all of it, they're in a tent that's like 95 degrees with nothing. I can't imagine that level of suffering. And then of course it's like, well, there's even more suffering throughout the world that's far. And I'm like, yeah, it just kind of makes you go, okay. Like,
yeah,
it could be a lot the things we worry about, Jason, on a daily basis.
So the 95 will not be that bad.
So
You'll be fine.
In effect, the 95 will not be that bad.
There we go. We got there.
Because if we're being honest, man, that's why, thanks to my good friends at American Energy. No, I'm not doing a spot here. Thanks to them, I've got the miracle of air conditioning. And maybe the best purchase, God, I'm going to jinx it, but you know what? Even if I do, I've been on house money for so long. I'll tell you, man, the best purchase maybe I've ever made of all the doohickeys and things I've ever bought was the little like $150 wall air conditioner I got from I think it was Walmart. I have to be going on like year 8 now. And this isn't like a swamp cooler where you have to like cut out a rectangle in your wall and have it installed and all that. This is like literally like you have a window in your room, and in this case it goes from opens from bottom to top. You open it halfway, you put the sucker through, It's got these little foamies that you put in there that you can cut up. I mean, I installed it, and I'm an idiot when it comes to that. That's how easy it is. And then you plug it in, and that sucker, man, I'm telling you, that sucker, because it gets so much warmer upstairs in any house. I throw that thing on. I got a box fan on a stand right in front of it that blows towards the bed. That my room's the coolest in the house. $150. I don't know how much it costs in electricity, but $150. That thing's lasted for. I expected I'd get 3-4 years out of it. All the crap it's pulling, all the smoke and fire stuff. It's had to. Mm-hmm. I've never changed the filter. Probably should. I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah,
it's life's little pleasures, Jason.
And then you just take it out. When do you put that in?
The air conditioner? It's in year round. I never move it, even in the wintertime. The foam stuff does the job. Like it's insulated, dude. Mm-hmm. Probably not the best, but I never feel a draft or anything. I just leave that sucker in there, and then I used it about a week ago. It was unseasonably warm, something like that. Threw that sucker on, cools the room down. Threw on a video game and acted like an adult.
Yeah,
it's a little doohickeys. I think you and I were talking yesterday about tempers and when things don't work. I think the opposite of that is the satisfaction when either something you've refused to throw out, or something that you've bought in the past you haven't used in a while comes in super handy and you see it in action.
Yeah.
Last night my wife made these little sushi rolls, right? And I come in and she's using the little sushi bazooka I bought off the TV like 2 years ago, where it opens up and you put all the rice and the toppings and stuff in it, and then you put the rice on the other side, and then you close it, and then it makes like you have a little plunger that tightens it, right? And then you kind of poop out the sushi roll from the thinger, and then you just cut the roll up. That's it, man.
I feel like your house has nothing but gadgets. Like a closet full. Where are all the gadgets stored?
Your house is like a as seen on TV store.
Yes. It's like, oh, no, don't go in that room. They're like, why? What's in that room? And it's like, that's where all the gadgets are.
I'll be honest with you. So I've bought 2 full 6-foot tall pantries like that you put together at IKEA that weren't in the house to begin with, that are now in my kitchen, and to kind of help. And then I had to put shelves in the garage. Like, you'd be surprised. My house is pretty organized. It's not cluttery, but the reason is I've had to create like a bunch of storage for the like the slicer, the Yonanas, the sushi thing.
Yeah. So
the rice cooker, the Instapot.
When you become
ice cream maker,
the ice cream maker, yes, Jason.
Single,
good stuff.
Empty nesters.
Yeah.
Are the kids' rooms just going to be filled with gadgets?
Yeah. Like Avery's going to go to college the year after next, and she's going to come home. She's going to sorry, on the couch, girl.
Yeah.
We're using your room for the
no space for the bed.
Well, I did measure. Like,
maybe that's where your cooking show can be
in one of their rooms.
Uh-huh.
I did measure my son's room like 3 months ago to see if there was enough clearance for a golf simulator, but I haven't told anybody that, and there isn't. There's no room for. I really want a golf simulator.
The game of golf.
Golf simulator.
That was the best choice. Your son's room.
Yeah, slightly higher ceilings
than the garage. I know you've already done stuff.
I can't. Yeah, the garage. There's no room. The ceilings are too low. Number one, and number two, it's converted. Like the only place
for gadgets.
No, for movies. You've been there, haven't you?
Not in the garage.
Oh,
no.
Dang it.
I was stuck behind the gadgets.
The only place I could possibly put the simulator in the garage, which it still wouldn't work. You'd hit I have a projector on the ceiling, and the driver would.
What about the mountain house?
Okay, so it's funny you say that. The mountain house would work, but now the stupid pool table's in the middle of the garage, and there's no place inside. Like, well, one of the guest rooms, I did bring this up, might work. I just brought this up during Spades on Saturday, but the wife turned that one down.
Maybe where the pizza oven is.
Well, the pizza oven's in the property, over the fence in the property. Oh, you're saying I'll go over there? Well, yeah. I don't know if I could put a simulator outside. But could you build like a little golf simulator fort? Like where you just, you see those things.
Yeah, just get a ton of pillows.
Couch cushions.
Wait, hold on. Don't they have like sheds that are relatively inexpensive?
Yeah.
You can just plop down, and then you just put the simulator in a shed.
I've seen one on TV.
You did? No,
yeah, as seen on TV. You just buy it.
We'll take a break. When we come back, We have a lot to talk about. Well, we covered a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
How did we go from suffering in a Walmart parking lot
Started with the weather.
from the weather to suffering to a golf simulator?
Yeah.
We kind of did a thing where it was like, be thankful for what you have. There's people out there that are suffering. Oh, I want a golf simulator for my mouth. Wow, what an ass. I would hate me. Wolves go up 2-0 the next win, and we have a unanimous rookie of the year. Who is it?
Ooh.
Oh, you have to
I don't know.
Stick around and find out. Leading off is next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Timberwolves have gone up 2-0 in this series on the road against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. I don't know that a lot of people had that on their cards coming into the series.
Hey, who was it on the show yesterday that was like, I think it's an outlier. I still think Denver wins, and I'm not going to say they win in 5. I think Denver wins in 6. Oh, it was me.
You're not wrong yet.
You are not wrong yet.
What was it? 61-35 at the half, up 8 after 1. 106-80 without Rudy Gobert, who was off tending to his Rudy Go baby. And my goodness, this Wolves team is insane. I mean, in like a good way. 106-80, they take a 2-0 lead on the Nuggets. And I'm not a big fan of the old Hyper Bowl, not to be confused with the Super Bowl. Some people pronounce it hyperbole, but I can't help but look at the first 2 games and go, wow, this series is over. It's actually over. Sorry, you can't.
Several people said Charles guarantee. He's like, this is over. It's a sweep. I'm like, I mean, again, I would like to see more, but there's no doubt if it's anything like it is. If it's like last night, that might have been. And here we go back to, don't be hyperbole, right?
Right.
Have you seen a better defensive game from start to finish?
Not since that was like some 90s stuff. That's ridiculous.
Denver, I think almost everybody thought, well, they'll get to the finals again. I don't think it'd be Boston, but they're going to the championship. They look so ordinary.
Pedestrian.
Yeah. And you're going, wait, these are the champs. They've got the guy who's going to get the MVP here in a day or so that's going to feel weird getting it the way they're looking right now.
For real.
They're not playing the Lakers. Heck, the Suns were playing better against the T-Wolves.
They gave them more of a shot, and we talk about styles making fights.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have guessed.
Not Allen.
I wouldn't have guessed that they would make them look this silly. Look, I mean, it's not shocking that the T-Wolves are ahead 2-0. It's a little surprising, though. But the way they've done it, they've embarrassed them.
The only thing I'm gonna disagree with you on, and
maybe it is shocking.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I am shocked.
Shocking.
Fall off my chair.
Yeah.
Would not have. Look, could the T-Wolves get one in Denver? Sure, it's the playoffs. It happens. The fact that not only, and even the first one, by the way, I would have been less shocked if it was a blowout in game 1 and then the 7-point win in game 2.
Yeah.
You had the blowout in game 1. Okay, well, Denver's awake now. We got to take this seriously. Oh, Gobert's out. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Now you had the blowout?
Yeah, because even before the game, some people, social media, if I'm Gobert, or you let your team down, I'm like, okay, you got to let people do what they want to do, whatever they think is right. And he felt it was right to go home and to be with, the birth of his child. Totally fine.
Yep.
And then the team does that and responds and blows them out like that.
Just blew them out of the water.
Like it never got better. And they're frustrated. Coach Malone somehow doesn't get thrown out early. They're throwing heat pack. Like that was bad.
Do you think Rudy Gobert's new child, like before it leaves, is going to like touch all the pacifiers?
Well done.
Thank you. A lot more to talk about in this developing playoffs. Like, honestly, now, if Denver goes down, I'm almost rooting more for Boston to get beat than anybody individually to win the championship. Like, get Boston out of there and let's really have some fun.
Because if in the end of all of this, if Boston wins, it's kind of like, well, there were all these neat little things.
Sure, exactly.
But Boston was the best all year, and we really didn't get anything that dramatic. I mean, to the final piece, right?
No, it's like the NCAA tournament. You have all these insane upsets.
And then here's Duke.
And here's Duke or UConn or whatever in the end, the 1 seed, the overall 1 seed one. It's like, okay, well, that was cute, but in the end, no. If you get Denver and Boston out and you're sitting on like OKC or Dallas, Minnesota, New York or Indiana,
Cleveland.
Yeah,
like, what is happening?
Then it's like, oh my God. One of these guys is going to be world champions. And we're going to go from Denver, by the way, who no one, like Denver being a champion last year was weird. And now all of a sudden, all the talk's going to be about parity. And yes, at some point, yes, Kings fans, although things are a lot better, but the acknowledgement also has to be just a little bit. You got some teams in the playoffs that kind of passed you by in the old rebuild scale.
Yeah.
Like, see you later, Timberwolves. Timberwolves are the one team that can compete with us in playoff futility. Like, really, It's really, people don't realize how close. We had a 16-year drought. They had a 15-year drought, I believe.
Yeah, they had the one Jimmy Butler year where they made it. And actually, I think I did this exercise a while back. Like, in that stretch, the worst record in basketball was Minnesota. Worse than the Kings.
Yeah. And the Kings made the Western Conference Finals in 2002.
Yeah.
You could actually argue in this millennium, really, through the lifetime of their franchises, Minnesota's worse than the Kings.
Yeah.
And here they are, 2 games away from the Western Conference Finals, destroying the defending champions.
Right.
I love to see it. I'm also jealous.
Yes.
But nothing against Minnesota. Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
He's got to go quick. They're down 4, up ahead. Halliburton looks like he rolled his ankle, turns it over. Knicks have it. OG Anunoby dribbles it out, and game 1 belongs to the New York Knicks.
I want to see the 2-minute report.
Oh,
I know.
There's lots there.
How do you call the moving screen on Miles Turner? What is that? The overturned foul, or excuse me, they held it up. Like, questionable refereeing, especially when you're in Madison Square Garden. The refereeing's going on the side of the Knicks, the number 1 market versus that's the type of stuff that fuels conspiracies.
Yeah.
I
know we're going to talk more about that later.
Sure.
I have a little theory on the one call, but I don't know if I'll test it on you later. The other part, watching that game, I'm not jealous of any crowds, let's say, because we've got it great. We do. I mean, there's no denying that. But sometimes you watch a game and you go, man, I wish I could be there.
I know.
Like, that just looks like when you see stuff that we're not used to seeing, like the crowd's going crazy. That I expect.
Yeah.
But like when John Starks, Mariano Rivera, Stephon, like, are losing their minds.
Right.
You're like, how crazy is it in there?
Yeah.
Like, why are we not like, you just feel like you want to be a part of, like, those fans are
Bing bong.
Exactly, going nuts.
Aaron Judge was there. They interviewed him after the game. Apparently, his main quote was he was super hungry. They said, well, you had food in the luxury boxes. He said, yeah, I couldn't find the plate. I did a whole thing there because Aaron Judge killed me 3 times in a row. Wait, you're mad at me for Yankee slander, but I feel like I have a little bit of a right to go after Aaron Judge. Do I have a right to go after Aaron Judge?
Yes.
Because of what I experienced thrice last week?
Yes.
Or is it still slander?
Chris, I believe he was asking me.
Jason?
No, I'm a little bit mad because that was actually really good.
I did a whole parable. It was, couldn't find the plate.
Could you have used someone else, though?
No, because I like Aaron Judge.
I don't feel like you do.
I liked Aaron Judge more than a friend. I had
You don't do that to friends.
real feelings for him.
Change the stuff you said.
Okay, wait. Hey, who would be the Yankee you would most be okay with me bagging? Currently?
Josh Donaldson's not there anymore. Crush that guy. The guy couldn't find the plate or the room. Get it? No, I don't get it. That was good.
Thanks.
Was he really there?
No. I mean, he was. I don't know.
I was like, wait, why? Where was I? I didn't see him.
I don't know. All right, cut number
5.
Cut number 9.
Cut number 3.
In 2024, Rookie of the Year goes to Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio. Good job. Well done.
Well done, Vic. Victorious.
My vote was for Brandon Miller.
Yeah.
Why was he on that list?
Mine was for Brandon Demsky. Yeah. Unanimous. Hey, am I the only one whose OCD is a little bothered by the fact that there were 99 votes? We can't find one more vote out there.
Sam was stained.
Right. Like, was somebody sick?
Yeah.
99?
Yeah, you don't want an even number.
No. He swept it. Unanimous. We got a lot on this at 6:30. And then later on in the 8 o'clock hour as we try to put it in historical perspective. Hey, voters got it.
Doesn't matter if you win games, huh? Okay.
Oh, hey.
Pick a side here, voters.
I feel like Rookie of the Year is the one award that really is does not matter because odds are if you're really good, you're going to a crappy team.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of questions about this too, including Greg Popovich. And hey, what do you know? A generational big man gets drafted number 1 by the San Antonio Spurs and wins Rookie of the Year. That's a first.
Plus another King snub. Sorry, Colby Jones.
That's a great point.
I mean, no one's really talking about it.
Nobody is. Nobody's talking about it.
That's why we're here to bring it up.
Asking questions, getting answers. We'll take a break. When we come back, are we allowed to say that? When we come back, Victor Wembanyama wins unanimous Rookie of the Year. But my question's about Greg Popovich. I'm wondering something, guys, and I want to ask you your opinion.
Okay.
Good thing we have a sports show where we can ask opinions.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it next.
Our first year as the radio home of the San Francisco 49ers is one we will never forget.
So toss to McCaffrey, a cutback run 30, breaks 340. McCaffrey midfield. McCaffrey 40, 30, 20, and toasted all the way down to the 3-yard line on the first play of the game. CMC Dynamite!
Congratulations to the 49ers on a terrific year. And thank you for so many wonderful memories.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Arnold Law Firm.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. We are looking at a chilly start again today, but warmer temperatures this afternoon with mainly sunny skies and highs topping out in the mid-70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
Waddy here, reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
So here's a fact. 85% of the population will suffer from foot pain in their lifetime. That's almost everyone. So you'd think there'd be plenty of healthy long-term remedies, but there just aren't, right? Hi, I'm Dan from the Good Feet store. You know, people come in all the time sharing the same frustrating story. Bought this, tried that, been there, done whatever, all different kinds of things, but all with a similar result. Nothing. A discouraging and endless cycle of disappointment. If this rings a bell, don't despair. There is hope. If you think you've tried everything, you probably haven't tried Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store. They're designed to relieve, even eliminate the pain commonly caused by certain foot conditions like plantar fasciitis, bunions, flat feet, and others. Plus, provide better balance and increased comfort.
Do you have sore feet, an aching back, or plantar fasciitis? Then get to the Good Feet store nearest you for your free arch support fitting. Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store.
There is a different vibe at night at the Hagen Oaks Range, powered by Top Tracer. It's more relaxed, with golfers and newbies side by side enjoying the technology used on televised golf tournaments. Play a variety of fun games. Play Pebble Beach. Compete against friends at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range. Or treat yourself to 9 holes on the Mackenzie putting course. Hungry? The Hangout Food Truck offers burgers, chicken strips, and more. And don't forget to check the summer-long free concert schedule at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway.
Across Sacramento, air conditioners are firing up, and with them, power bills are going through the roof. Are you ready for your utility bill to soar even higher next month? Since 1980, Aztec Solar has helped thousands of homeowners save money because going solar is like getting an extra paycheck every month. We call it the Aztec Paycheck. How big of a paycheck? Find out at yourpowersavings.com. Visit yourpowersavings.com and Aztec Solar will text you how much money you'll save every month. Find out how much you'll save now at yourpowersavings.com. It's fast, easy, and reliable. Stop paying the power company and start paying yourself. Looking for a deal? Here's a timely offer from Aztec Solar. You can own a solar electric system for just $99.95. Cash price after incentives. Don't waste another dollar. Visit yourpowersavings.com and keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket. Aztec Solar. Solar and only solar since 1980.
Guys, are you ready to give up because you think you've tried everything and you're still dealing with loss of energy, poor sleep, weight gain, and even ED? Revive Men's Health Sacramento has local medical providers that offer low T and ED treatments customized to each patient's unique physical makeup. By working with a specialized compounding lab, personalized treatments are guaranteed, even when generic pills and supplements haven't worked. It all starts with your free comprehensive exam and consultation. Availability is limited. Book today, and for this month only, Revive offers qualified patients a free 1-month supply of personalized ED medication, plus a free ED treatment producing immediate results. The experts at Revive Men's Health Sacramento will work to provide the right treatment for you so you can show up as the best you in all aspects of your life. Call 916-365-4566. That's 916-365-4566. Or send them a private message at revivemenshealth.com.
This segment is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville. Check them out at Kia.
Welcome back. We had an interesting conversation over the weekend with our friends and our families together. We their son is the eldest. He's going to UC Santa Cruz next year. Good for him. And his favorite movie right now is Bullet Train. I don't know if you've seen this one with Brad Pitt. It's mildly in it. It's fine. A lot of gratuitous violence, like guns.
Action movie.
Very much, but also a little like, I don't know if I'd say Tarantino-ish, but just there's some pretty, it's like fun violence, you know.
That's fun.
And then I was like, has Oh, I was like, well, I was trying to lean towards the comedies. I said, well, has he seen Step Brothers? And they go, no, not yet. And I go, well, why not? Wait, hold on. Why not Step Brothers? And the mom was telling me there's the one scene where the one brother's wife and Will Ferrell are in the lavatory, and it gets rather sexually explicit. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, no way. And then I found myself thinking later on, is it weird? And I don't know if all parents are like this, but doesn't it seem weird that parents generally are like, violence? I mean, okay, yeah, shoot the guy in the head. It's fake. But then when it comes to like nudity and sexual content, we're like, no, that's too much. There's something there, and I don't know why, but I feel like it should be reversed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm thinking, yeah.
But that's how it is. Again, not with everyone, but I would say the majority. And I'm like, well, one is like fun and nice, and we're all hopefully going to be a part of it at some point in our lives. And the other one is like, oh my God, people are dying and gorily.
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know.
I think that's living in America.
Yeah.
I think it's just us.
Logically,
thing.
shouldn't it be switched? Like logically. Shouldn't parents be more averse to violence than sex? Shouldn't
I
they?
would think so.
Right.
Yeah. But you're
I don't
right.
know. If I'm a parent, I'd rather my kid shoot somebody than come back with a kid.
Wow. Wow. Okay. See you guys tomorrow.
Victor Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year.
He's done in there.
Victor Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year. It was unanimous. Jason, it was unanimous. Yeah. Of course it was. And by the way, shouts to Chet Holmgren, who
he had an awesome year.
What a wonderful, wonderful year. How about, remember the whole, I'm old enough to remember when the big man was dead.
Yeah.
The center position is over. Now it's like, all right, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Wemby, Holmgren, Sabonis, others I'm forgetting. Big man is Karl Anthony Towns.
Gobert, Şengün.
By the way, we never include Kevin Durant. Right? He's like 6'11". Yeah. We should include Kevin Durant, but still, like, you're absolutely right. This is like arguably we're in like the golden age of new big men. Mm-hmm. New style big
new
men.
Age, yeah.
Used to be, the big man, he blocks shots, he gets rebounds, and you throw it to him way down in the key, and he does like a little hook or a dunk. Now it's like, nope. This big man's running the offense. He's shooting threes. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's all over. Like they're like these hybrid point guards now. And Victor Wembanyama is, by the way, very much not the exception. Oh, also Chet Holmgren has hit a 3 or 2 in his career. Let's look at Victor Wembanyama as the vote went down. It was Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren. Brandon Miller got 83 third place votes. Jaime Jaquez, your guy, got 10 third place votes, followed by Brandon Podziemski, and Derek Lively had a third place vote in there, but it was unanimous for Wembanyama. Chet Holmgren was almost the unanimous second. There's one guy that, bless you, voted for Brandon Miller.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's just some fun stats for Victor Wembanyama. Number one, with the defensive player of the year, he's one of 3 finalists, but with it being positionless this year, there's a very good chance he will be all first team defensive player of the year. I can't imagine he's not. With 128 3-pointers, he became the first player in NBA history with 250 blocks and 100 3-pointers in the same season. He averaged 0.72 points per minute this season, the most in a season by any rookie since Michael Jordan.
Nice.
See, that's pretty good. He posted a 5x5 against the Lakers, 27, 10, 8, 5, and 5 blocks, 5 steals. He's the youngest to ever do that. Yeah, dude, he's really, really, really good. The league is in such wonderful hands. And he is the 6th unanimous rookie of the year. The last 40 years, guys, you want to take a crack. 5 other unanimous rookies of the year in the last 40 years, I think I would get out of the 5. I think I would, in 10 guesses, I would get 2. I'm just saying that. LeBron James, not unanimous. Didn't Dwayne Wade get one or something?
Carmelo had a pretty good season.
Carmelo Anthony had a wonderful rookie year out of Syracuse. Not unanimous.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, huge rookie year out of Kentucky. Not unanimous.
Blake Griffin.
Griffin, 2011, unanimous rookie of the year. Let's see. There's 2.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. Nope. 2 centers.
Hakeem.
Ewing. No. 1 guard and 1 forward center, I guess. The last one to do it was in 2016. The earliest one to do it, 1984.
Ewing.
40 years ago. Not Ewing.
Jordan.
Former Sacramento King did this in 1984, was the unanimous rookie of the year. Not as a King, but
Mitch.
Big man. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna make you guys get it. Former Sacramento King in 1984, big man, was a unanimous rookie of the year. When you want a hint, I'll give it to you. I got a really good one. Huh?
What am I doing wrong here?
It's tough.
Ralph Sampson.
That is correct. Ralph Sampson. My hint was good. My hint was going to be Jim Peterson. You would have gotten that right. He came over from Houston with him. Ralph Sampson, David Robinson in 1990, Damian Lillard in 2013, Karl Anthony Towns, forgot he was, in 2016. And both Spurs number 1 picks, Robinson and Duncan, as well as Wemby, also winners of the award. Here's my question for you, Jason Ross. It was not that long ago that we were talking about the retirement of Greg Popovich. He's 75 years old. 75. That's like super old. That's not super old, but it's old enough to where, God forbid, if he were to pass away in his sleep at some point, you're not like, oh. Like, you're like, oh, that's natural causes. Like, I always feel like that's the line of demarcation. But Pop is young and healthy, and again, knock on all the wood in the world. Hopefully a long, long life ahead of him.
Right.
But could he be around for the building of another dynasty? Or is he just being the pass-through?
I think he's the pass-through. I think they're further away than I think they are.
I think they are too. But I'm wondering, like, could he coach till he's 80? And that gives him 5 more years.
Yeah.
Is the Spurs championship window that soon? I guess depending on what they do.
Yeah, I don't believe it is. But I mean, again, I believe Wembanyama will be terrific, and I'm not ever wishing anything to go wrong with any player. But
sure.
You know, could there be a one of the years and there was like, oh, he got hurt and he missed year 4 or whatever, year 3, and you're like, oh man, that slowed things down.
They got a lot of money to make some moves this summer too to build around him as well. A lot of things they can move. It's an exciting time in San Antonio. Yeah. What a rookie year. And again, congratulations to Chet Holmgren as well, who just about any other year would have been rookie of the year. Also, we'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out, the Dodgers get help because they super needed it. But do they have competition in the NL? And the Giants are once again in the news. Safer out is next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
In a world where everybody and their mother makes a primed trim board, contractors have to ask one question. Do I know what's under the primer? Available at just about every lumber yard you can imagine. Vintage trim boards are made from lodgepole pine. That's the stuff telephone poles and railroad ties are made of. It's durable. It's straight. It's been doing the job for generations. Manufactured right here in the USA. Ask for it by name. VintageTrimboards.com.
Hey, movie fans, playing this week at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the IMAX experience.
This was a human place. It is not yours.
It is now.
isn't it?
The combination of groundbreaking visuals and the immersive experience of the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen will make this an epic event. Don't miss out on the opportunity to see the next chapter, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, at the Esquire IMAX Theater. Grab your tickets at IMAX.com/Sacramento and reserve your seat today.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth, and if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS is raising the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges to your tax debts daily. So if you owe the IRS today, you'll owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, the experts at Optima have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, sometimes in sports, you just need a chance. The A's Tyler Nevin had played in just over 100 Major League games when he's acquired by the A's earlier this year. And as April comes to an end, you can make a case he's been their best player, homering 3 times in a 5-game stretch, batting over 300, and also showing his versatility, playing 4 different positions.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics, the Hot Tub Store, and Cattleman's.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
I'm in control. Remember Janet Jackson?
Of course.
Does she still tour?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think she was Golden One, not that long ago.
It was one of the first tours I ever saw was I think it was a Rhythm Nation tour at Arco.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's this? Hey, it's Janet Jackson teaming up with Live Nation. Golden One Center. June 11th, my brother's birthday. Sacktown Sports has teamed up with Live Nation to bring you Janet Jackson tickets later on in the program. Let's say, Jason, what do you think? Give me a time. You give me a time.
I'm gonna say 7:45.
What? All right.
Prime time.
Right in the 7:40-ish hour segment thinger.
Yeah, that's it.
You will have your chance to win a pair of tickets to Janet Jackson. Don't go away.
An hour from now-ish.
An hour from now. We got content for you all the way through, including Safer Out right now. Chris Verlaud.
Walker Buehler pitched 4 innings after coming back from Tommy John and a few other injuries. Safer Out. The rich got richer.
Yeah, and he hit 96 on the gun. As somebody who has hated the Dodgers my entire life, I think this kind of goes like, this would be an interesting summertime conversation. Like, what are your favorite players on teams you hate? And I would say Walker Buehler and, strangely enough, Clayton Kershaw are two Dodgers I've always had a lot of respect for. I mean, it's fun to make fun of Clayton Kershaw in the playoffs, don't get me wrong, but that's more of an I hate the Dodgers thing. But as a human being and his career, I really respect it. Same with Walker Buehler. I just look at him. And who's the other arm they had? I don't know if they still have him. Brusdar Graterol. I remember seeing him at a game and look at the movement on his pitches. We were talking about Kerry Wood yesterday. You don't talk about a live arm this guy had. Walker Buehler, though, is a stud. He's had some serious injury issues, but bringing him back, and they have more guys on the IL that are on the way later this season. Yeah, it is one of those rich get richer. If Walker Buehler, who was okay, he was fine. 4 innings yesterday, gave up a few runs, but if he's able to get anywhere near where he was, woof.
Yeah, all along. I mean, remember, he was their staff ace.
Yes.
He goes through Tommy John, which in some senses now is like the pitcher's new secret weapon, but you got to go through a year plus of rehab and recovery and the waiting game. Well, now he's back, and I think the only question really the Dodgers had going in was about their pitching.
Right.
So if he can come back and be close to that arm that he once was, yeah, the rich did get richer.
Just 29 years old, too, Jason. Yeah. He ain't 40. Number 2, please.
The Phillies are now 25-11. Safer out. Philly is the biggest NL threat to the Dodgers.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I mean, they have started out really, really good, as you just said. 25-11. They got a 3-game lead on the Braves. You know, we're not even. We're about 4 or 5 games, depending on 4 or 5 games away from a quarter of the way through the season. There's so much season left. I would say my argument against, because Atlanta's like, hi, how you doing? My argument would be, here's who Philly has faced this year. Cincinnati, the Nationals, the Cardinals, the Pirates, the White Sox, the Rockies, the Reds, the Padres, the Angels, and they opened they just recently had a 4-game sweep of the Giants. All I'm saying is that, with a couple of exceptions, that's not the studliest opening quality-wise. I need to see them getting deep with a couple of division rivals.
Yeah.
But that is a really good team.
Yeah, I think I still probably would trust the Braves more. Now, I know they've got their injury to their pitcher, Spencer Strider, but the Braves have been there. They've done that. They've been considered a team that could beat the Dodgers anyway, so I'd still look at them. Phillies are good. That's a really good team, and it's good for them to be off to this kind of start and loading up and beating up on the Giants, too.
Best record in baseball right now, 25-11. Number 3, please.
With 2 catchers now on the IL, safer out. The Giants are officially in a tailspin.
That's safe. 15-21. They've lost 4 in a row. They've lost 7 of 10. They've lost 21 of 36 to start the year. And they are not getting great performances from a lot of their offseason acquisitions, whether it's injury, whether it's just they're not. Now, on one hand, you say, well, okay, they're 6 games under 500. What if some of these guys turn it around? Yeah, of course. But as of right now, they're not playing well. The mood doesn't seem to be right as well. But Jason, the A's have a better record at 17-19. Mm-hmm. They're currently 4 out of the wild card. The Giants at 15-21, just 3.
Oh, that's weird.
Out of the wild card. Yeah. Braves, Cubs, and Padres there. But yeah, I'd say safe. They're tailspinner right now.
Yeah, and they're just not. I mean, what are they defined as? What are they good at?
That's a great point.
You know, like what? Hey, if just the basket going or the pit, like they're just nothing's really clicking. There's nothing to truly identify them. Their run differential is one of the worst in baseball. So slow start. Maybe it's just not a great team. I don't know. Last year they looked like a 500 team. I thought that's what they would be this year. Below that at this point, with not a lot of reinforcements coming back. So
no, that's the thing. Not a lot of reinforcements. I mean, they're making some moves back and forth.
Yeah. Nothing of substance, though.
But a long season to go. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with baseball. You can't make any assumptions in May. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Wolves go up 2-0. But things aren't bad enough for Denver. One of their stars might miss a game. Well, we'll tell you about it next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings. Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Strong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You go into your shower feeling, but as soon as you reach for the Irish Spring, your day immediately gets better. That crisp, fresh, unmistakable Irish Spring scent zings your brain and awakens your senses. So when you finally emerge from the shower, 37 minutes later, because you pay the water bill so you can stay in there as long as you want, you're ready to take on the day and smell great doing it. Irish Spring Body Wash and Bar Soap. Fresh, green, Irish. Shop now at Walmart.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how an injury can turn anyone's life upside down. Whether it's a slip and fall, a car accident, or any other kind of injury. For almost 50 years, the Arnold Law Firm has been here to help you through the entire process to protect you and your family. If you are ever injured or in an accident, call the Arnold Law Firm. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777. That's 916-777-7777.
Hagen Oaks Demo Days is in the home stretch, and this is your last chance to register for an individual fitting appointment with the manufacturer's fitting staff from Ping, TaylorMade, Mizuno, Callaway, Cleveland, Strixon, and Zexio. You've waited many long months for the new golf season, and Hagen Oaks has your new golf gear right now. Book your individual Hagen Oaks Demo Days fitting appointment. Call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for your personal fitting. Hagen Oaks, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway or hagenoaks.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Nighttime is the right time to track your golf ball's flight time at the Hagen Oaks Top Tracer driving range. It's more relaxed at night with people enjoying the Top Tracer technology where you can play Pebble Beach at Hagen Oaks. You can compete against your friends in a variety of games or just practice with the Top Tracer television technology. There's food when you're hungry from the Hangout food truck, or enjoy a craft beer on the brand new patio with relaxed seating. And don't forget the summer-long free concert schedule. It's the Hagen Oaks Driving Range nightly until midnight, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway.
Welcome to the May Springtime Sales Event at Kia Vacaville, where we're celebrating the arrival of a new season with unbeatable lease options on our 2024 lineup. As May blossoms with possibilities, it's the perfect time to immerse yourself in the exhilarating world of Kia, highlighted by the luxurious and versatile Kia Telluride. Throughout the May Springtime Sales Event, Kia Vacaville is thrilled to showcase our top models with irresistible lease offers. Experience the thrill of driving the all-new Kia Sportage, seamlessly blending captivating design with dynamic performance. Dive into the impressive fuel efficiency of the Kia Niro, a hybrid marvel designed to extend your adventures. Embrace the essence of spring with our eco-friendly Kia hybrid options, specifically tailored for those who prioritize efficiency without compromising on style. With the EV9 in stock, Kia Vacaville stands as your premier destination for electric excitement. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit Kia Vacaville for more details.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Yeah, there's some things, Jason, that I do that make sense to me. Like, I'm the one that sucks the ketchup out of the packet because I feel like I'll never spill. So it makes more sense to me to do that than to, put ketchup on a fry, or you put it in like a big pile.
You would do an individual ketchup on a fry?
Or I think what most people do is they make a pile of ketchup.
Yes.
And then you dip them. But then there's a lot of residual ketchup that you don't get.
Out of the packet?
Out of wherever you're let's say
wherever you place the ketchup.
It, the back of the burger cardboard or whatever, where most people do it. And then you miss it. I get 100% of the ketchup when I squish it. Same thing with the ranch. Because I do the ranch drink, and then when there's not enough to flow it out, then I do the ranch scoop. The lick scoop.
But so wait, you've already used the fry.
Gross.
You've already dipped your fries in the ketchup.
What do you mean?
So tell me your process.
Okay,
so you're having fries with
I'm having
ketchup.
fries. So
and they have the ketchup
handful
pouch.
of 3, 4, 5 fries, right? Mouth. Okay, big mouthful of fries. Rip, squeeze ketchup.
All of it. Enough to where you feel right.
Yeah, exactly.
And so then you could do another handful and maybe 2 of those.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a good moisture to French fry ratio.
On a 1 to 10, 10 being abnormal or 1 being abnormal?
Yeah.
That's around a 3. It's pretty abnormal.
1 being...
One's the most...
Chris Farley does it in Tommy Boy.
The most abnormal would be 1.
1. Oh, so it's pretty... Oh,
or I don't know. Maybe I have
it's
the scale
super
wrong.
abnormal. I get it. It just, to me, it makes sense. Because you were talking, the reason I started thinking about this is you were talking about wearing 2 golf gloves when I golf.
Yeah.
And for me, that makes 100% sense. Why would I not wear 2 golf gloves? I have 2 hands that get sweaty. I have a better grip.
Okay.
I would love somebody who's actually good at golf to explain to me, what is the negative other than the look? Because people will be like, oh, you wear 2 golf glove Dave or whatever. But what's the negative? Do you lose feeling in your fingers for the grippy? I don't know. It just makes sense. Oh, I've got 2 hands. I'm going to wear 2 gloves, in baseball. I'm going to wear 2 gloves.
Yeah.
And I have a better grip. The other thing I do in golf that for some reason bothers people is in every one of my clubs, you know how at the top of the shaft, there's a little tiny hole at the very top of your golf club. If you look down on the club, there's a little hole at the very top, and I stick tees in there. So that way, if I'm going I go to hit whatever, if I'm teeing off, whether it's driver or a par 3 or whatever, oh, there's a tee there. It's like a built-in tee holder. Now, no, other side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I stick tees. Jason pointed to the actual iron. But to
it's
me,
funny
that
you're calling it the top. I guess you're right.
top closest to you.
Yeah.
But to me, that makes sense.
Okay. But don't you turn that into the bottom of your bag?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
it
fine.
stays in there.
All right.
Makes sense. But weird.
But you don't do that for like a wedge. Well, I guess you could tee off with a wedge.
Yeah. I mean, probably,
R3s.
I don't know if my wedges have tees in them or not, but yeah, pretty
Okay.
much everything 9-iron and up, I have a tee in there. That way I don't have to carry tees around. I don't like anything in my pockets except 2 balls. I get 2 balls in my pockets.
Always. Yeah.
That's not a euphemism. I literally keep 2 golf balls in my pocket. And then I have the little tool, the green
divot repair
thing in my left pocket. So there you go. It's Golf Hour with Jason and Dave.
The game of
golf.
The game of golf.
Wolves up 2-0. Rudy Gobert missed the game for baby. And
the game of baby.
And, when it comes to advice on things, there's nobody I listen to more than ex-NBA player Gilbert Arenas, who
he's got it dialed in.
He's full of good decisions. He had this to say about Rudy Gobert missing the game because of a go baby.
I would imagine Minnesota guy. I don't know for sure. I'm not in that man's business like that.
I mean, missing this game for that baby. I see you.
It's the baby, bro. It's gonna be there when you get back. We hope.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The baby gonna be but unnecessary. The baby gonna. It don't know. Whatever you about to think you about to do with the baby, he gonna be asleep.
Need that skin-to-skin contact.
Okay, you ain't get skin-to-skin in 2 days.
The whole time, right on the titty.
What you saying? We
need some milk.
Look, I get you want to be with your wife and smile and stuff, and your good NBA healthcare insurance.
Right.
It's because of you playing.
Right. Trust me, they got everything.
So first child.
There was 2, not 1.
Was there? I only heard the 1. Sorry, for all you YouTubers, you got the unfiltered. But I only heard 1. The T word, which we argued before. That's why I brought it up, because I was listening to the clip. I'm like, why is that a bad word? But it is.
You know what's funny on those? I'm going to put those people. That's always a popular thing to say.
Great.
When someone says in a reference, the baby, and uses the baby won't remember. It's never ever about that.
No, it's about
it's like
kind of.
No, it's about
it's
about the parents.
Yeah, but
what
I'm saying. Oh, okay. I think we're misunderstanding each other.
Okay.
I thought what you're saying when you go for the birth, you're going there for the spouse or the significant other, not for the baby.
Yeah.
But you're there for both.
Well, the baby is happening.
Yes,
Right.
the baby is happening. But I'm not saying 0% should be paid attention to the baby.
No.
Yeah.
What Jason's saying, correct me if I'm wrong. What I think you're not going for the benefit of the baby.
Remembering this as something like, hey, my father was there,
Right.
and I now have a different relationship because my father was there.
Exactly. Baby has no idea.
Right.
That's why I'm a big, speaking of things that make sense, I don't understand people that take their kids on vacation before 3 years old. I just have never understood it. It's not a vacation. You're babysitting the whole time. It's basically just come up with some backgrounds and do a photo shoot at home, save yourself thousands of dollars. And actually, I think it's important for parents to get the hell away. I have friends that are new parents, and they are just one in particular, who I obviously won't mention, since this person, I'm not even going to identify the gender, since this person had their baby, I want to say 3 years ago, I think they've gone 4 days without the child, 4 days. And 3 of them were because of work.
Right.
And it's bro or sis, you got to separate. You have to separate. You have to not be a mom or a dad for a day or just some time. But it's for the spouse or significant other or whomever, your partner there. They want you to be there.
Right.
That's fine. Does it make a difference though? What if it's baby 4? Same.
See, now I can't speak from experience.
I can't either.
Well, no, you've had 2 though.
I've had 2. Yeah.
I've only had 1 child, and I had many people tell us before, tell me specifically, that moment is once in a lifetime. And the way they said it, I knew what they were trying to say, and I couldn't experience it until I experienced it.
You're 100%
And what
right.
they were saying then made more sense after the fact. I'm I don't know how to explain it either, but that's one of the most amazing feelings I think I've ever had in my life. I don't know that it would change with 2, 3, 4, 5.
It did for me.
Okay, so maybe it does.
I was there for my son's birth. Obviously, it was cool.
But the first was different?
The first is different.
Okay.
It's 100% different.
I can believe
kind
that.
of describes your kids' personalities as well.
You're really right. Mason just came out. And
You
was
didn't even bring Mason home.
No,
you forgot him. You're like, he'll figure out.
He took the bus.
Yeah. That's fine. Save money, Dad.
He came out. He was just like, well, I guess. I mean, if I have to cry,
Feed me
I will.
when you get a chance.
Well. But no, knowing that, like, finding out that you impregnated or are pregnant, and you're like, I made a kid.
Yeah.
And then there's like, I hope the kid's healthy.
Right.
And the birth goes okay.
Yeah.
And then when you see that little tuft of greasy hair popping out, and then like the baby comes out, and it's like, I don't know, everyone's different, but I imagine you and I are probably, you're like, I'm now responsible for a human life. Oh my God. And there's something that happens. Like women, they say they nest.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the same for guys. Like I nested. Dude, I was on a ladder cleaning the top of the ceiling fans. I'm always on a ladder. I went out and bought, I want to say 8 to 10. This is pre-COVID, by the way. 8 to 10 hand sanitizer things. And we were like, when you come in, please, you know, sanitize your hands when you hold the baby, no dog hair, blah, blah, blah. We're and then by the time, you know, and Mason was born a year and 2 weeks after Avery.
Right.
But even by then, we were like, here's the baby. Toss it overhead. Like, here you go.
Mason's smoking.
Mason's over there, having a puff. The people came over, they just got done on the construction site. We're like, builds character.
Yeah.
You change. But
you have them apply dirt when they walk in.
Dude, yes, you put and I remember the scariest moment ever was the drive when we got the baby in the car seat and the drive home, and you're like, okay, we're out of this little incubator that's the hospital.
Right. Speed bump,
pothole. And then like the whole general of like, oh my God, we're about to start the rest of our lives growing this child like a tomato.
What do we do?
What the hell do we do? And then, by the way, babies completely selfish. They don't care what time it is.
Right.
They'll cry.
Yeah.
Oh, feed me. Wah.
Yeah.
I have to poop. Wah.
Right.
Change my diaper.
Oh, good. They're sleeping. Wait, I'm not sleeping.
I'm
Should
not
I be sleeping?
Yeah, I don't care. Doesn't matter. Wah.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, they're like, Daddy, I need some money and a ride.
Right. All that and
oh man, I'm out of cash.
Rudy's team won one for the little baby.
They won one for the little baby, and
now
that's
they're
what
2-0.
They're 2-0.
Timberwolves have gone up 2-0 in this series on the road against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. I don't know that a lot of people had that on their cards coming into the series.
I didn't. And not in the dominant fashion, too.
No.
The first one was like, man, the Anthony Edwards show. This one was complete suffocation.
And without the probable defensive player of the year.
Yeah, it's like, okay, they'll probably have some defensive slippage. Maybe they'll have to win this game offensively because, look, now you got some strengths of Towns and Naz Reid. Like, they can still beat this team with their offense. And they went out and did it with an even better defensive performance.
And it's Tim Connolly's going to get a lot of credit. He deserves some of it. But let's not forget, finalist for the Kings GM job, Sachin Gupta, was a big part of that front office before Tim got there last year. And I believe Garrison Rosas was part of that front office too. I could be wrong on my timeline. I think he was, and then went to Houston.
Well, I got some egg on my face on that. I hated the move of Gobert. I hated it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it made sense. I thought it was foolish. Even when they kept 3 bigs, I'm like, and you're keeping Naz. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're doing, I thought they were doing this wrong. Well, what did I know?
Well, it's, I heard somebody compare, and I think this is a little too extreme right now. Again, we're talking 1.5 playoff series.
Yeah. And they haven't won this one yet.
But they said that a lot of, throughout the history of the NBA, there are teams that will win titles or become instant contenders because they have beaten the system, and then everybody plays catch up. We saw that a little bit with Coach Kirill and the 0-2 Kings. We saw that with the Warriors and their offense. They said that the Minnesota Timberwolves defense is the defensive equivalent of the Warriors offense. And I would say this as we go to break. It's not out of the realm of possibility, Jason, that the most insane NBA finals could very well be the Timberwolves versus the Knicks. You're talking about 2 teams that are all about defense.
Yeah, in an offensive era.
And I'll tell you right now, and you know this, it's cyclical. That will signal a sea change.
Right.
And you're going to have all these teams now preaching catch up, Defense. There was a catch-up joke there I could have used about squeezing the packet. I avoided it, and you're going to see all these assistants from the Knicks and from the Timberwolves rated. By the way, shout out Mike Nori on the bench, getting the buy-in from the Timberwolves, former Sacramento Kings assistant as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness, just a 1-minute break here. Pat Riley. You want to talk about OG? He's not Anunoby either. He got loose yesterday on Jimmy Butler. We'll play the audio next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right. We'll get to the Knicks and Indiana controversial game 1. We'll do that at 7:30. And then Janet Jackson tickets coming up around 7:45, somewhere in that vicinity.
Ms. Jackson.
If you're nasty.
Oh, and I'm nasty.
It's great that she's still going strong, man.
Yeah.
Janet, people sleep on Janet Jackson. Was the queen of the world once upon a time, man.
Oh, yeah.
That Rhythm Nation 1814 album, and subsequently. Oh, yeah, the black suit. Just, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Good times. Wait.
Penny.
Yeah, Penny.
She's Penny and
Good times. Good times. Good times.
Any other Janet Jackson songs, Jason?
Oh.
Uh-oh. What am I missing? No?
That's an old callback.
Is that
Opposites Attract, right?
I had brain fart.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did you substitute one for the other?
I was thinking, I don't know why.
You thought, okay, if the thing is that you mistook Opposites Attract by Paula Abdul and, by the way, MC Scat Cat,
yes,
for Janet Jackson, like, in a weird way, I can be sympathetic to that.
I know.
It's
I never had done it except for publicly on the radio one time.
I would say this.
That was terrible. I don't know why I did it.
Well, look, I'm not saying it's not a bad mistake.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I could 100% see substituting Janet Jackson for Paula Abdul in that song, and it would sound fantastic.
Oh, yeah. And it wasn't it just brain fart. And as I said it, like dead air, and I'm like,
yes.
What are they not getting? And then it was like, wait, what did I say?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
Right.
Take it back. Then I got it. And I'm like, that's too late. I said it out loud.
But remember Janet when she did the video for Rush with Keanu Reeves? And it was like a movie. Okay. 3 for Madness, question 1.
Pat Riley said, if you're not on the floor, you should keep your mouth shut. Is Jimmy Buckets done in Miami?
Oh, here's Pat Riley.
So we played Boston 4 times, I think, in the playoffs since Jimmy's been here. So, you do develop some dislike for the other team, but they are this year, I think, the best team in the league, with the best roster in the league. They made some great moves. Brad Stevens did a great job in getting Holiday and Porzingis. They built their bench a little bit differently. And, for him to say that, I thought, is that Jimmy trolling or is that Jimmy serious? If you're not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut. and your criticism of those teams.
Yo. I love Pat Riley because he is, what is he, 79, 80, 81, something like that. He does not care. He's won as a player. He's won as a coach. He's won as a GM. He is the founder of Heat culture, if there ever was one. Yeah. And he's right. He's right. See, I don't know if they're going to keep Jimmy Butler or not. But Pat Riley is correct. And if I'm Jimmy Butler or I'm another player, I look at what Pat Riley said and I go, I have a lot of respect for that because you're not going to see a lot of that. Jimmy Butler says, if I'm on the floor, we win. That is such an insult to your teammates. It might be true. It might not. I don't think it is. But that is so insulting to take shots from the sideline like that. And by the way, Jimmy, you weren't on the floor. The best ability is availability, and you miss a ton of games, and you're making a ton of money. And Pat Riley is the guy that gave you that contract. You know what Pat says? Shut up if you're not on the floor. That is Heat culture. That's part of how they have that culture. No one is above it. No one is safe. No one gets to skate. And I think that's Pat not just sending a message to Jimmy Butler. I think that's him sending a message to the rest of the team and any future Heat players saying, yeah, dude, no, that doesn't go here. Yeah. That's how it is.
That's why the scoreboard's undefeated. Yep. And if you've played in this, like Boston is the ultimate scoreboard. They won. When you played Boston a year ago and you beat them, you had the scoreboard. That's when you talk. If you want to talk. I mean, I'm a preference of not even talking, but if you do, you have to have played, you have to have won, and you have to move on. Like what is Jimmy doing here? You're right. It's an insult to his current players. Like, hey, those guys aren't good enough, right? But they're good enough when I'm there. It's like, come on.
It's terribly insulting.
And Jimmy's a great player. He really is. He can help carry a team, and he would have made it more difficult for Boston.
Probably.
But it's not. Boston was the best team all year long.
And it's also one of those do I look fat in this dress questions. Right. Like even if you feel a certain way, you don't say it.
Right.
There's as you said, there's nothing gained from that other than your own ego.
We talked about, I think this was yesterday again, about the Niners and the Eagles. Yeah, Brock Purdy got hurt in that game a year plus ago. But it happened. Would you have won? I don't know. I would have liked your chances a lot better, but you didn't have them and you didn't win. And they won. They won fair and square. So move on. Then what you do is what you did last year when you played them in the regular season in their place and you smoked them. That's how you do it.
I think it's a real good comparison, Jason. Imagine Brock Purdy coming out after that game being like, I know this. If I was under center, we'd have beaten the Eagles.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot to Josh Johnson and everybody else killing themselves out there. Maybe you're right, Brock. Obviously, you were right. You would have been right. But again, it's an irresponsible thing for Jimmy to say. And I love Pat Riley. Again, people want to know, well, how do you build Heat culture? That's how you build Heat culture. Because I guarantee you at least 25 of the other 29 teams in the league, if their superstar says something like that, that's just Jimmy being Jimmy. We'll handle that internally. It's going to be some sort of mushy-pushy non-answer. Yeah. Pat's just like, shut up.
Yeah, this is how we do things.
I love it. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
The Wolves are up 2-0 and going back to Minnesota. Is this series over?
I mean, technically, no. But the spirit of the question is, are the Nuggets going to come back and win? Hey, show me something, Denver, but I don't see it. I after game 1, it was a 7-point win. I'm thinking, okay, defending champions, Mike Malone's great at adjusting. They have the soon-to-be 3-time MVP, Jamal Murray playoff time. He didn't do that great. Okay, no problem. No major injuries. All right, they got clipped by 7 in game 1. Nice close game. They're going to wake up. They'll probably reel off 4 of the next 5, win this thing in 6. Like that's where my mind was at. I watched last night. No Gobert. They blow them out bumper to bumper. They're going back now to Minnesota. They took care of both games in altitude with the big home court advantage. Yeah, stranger things have happened, and they are the defending champs, and I respect them. And you got to step on their necks. There is nothing I saw in game 1 or especially game 2 that tells me something's going to change for Denver. I don't see how they come back now and win 4. Now they would have to win 4 of the next 5.
Right.
I don't see that.
And, talk about must win. How about game 3? Right. If it's 3-0 and you're giving that crowd more belief and now more doubts for you, the advantages Minnesota had coming in was depth over Denver. Denver's starting 5 is as good as anybody's in the league, if not the best. And they've seemed to take that away. Murray and Jokic looks pedestrian, which is crazy. Murray's been awful and frustrated. And, oh, by the way, might be suspended for game 3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've got that. You don't seem to have the answers. You just had your lowest scoring home court game in 9 years, playoffs or regular season. So the things that Minnesota is doing to you, and, yeah, they also didn't have Rudy Gobert, it just it puts a lot of doubt, at least in all of our minds. It's just it can't put it in Denver's. Denver's got to feel like, look, can we win 4 games out of 5? Of course we can. Can we beat that team 4 out of 5? I don't know that they can now, the way it's gone. I mean, that it doesn't mathematically not over, but it sure feels like it is.
16, 16, and 8 on 5 of 13 shooting for Jokic. 8 points on 3 of 18 shooting for Jamal Murray. And by the way,
same group that just looked like world beaters against the Lakers.
Yeah. If Jamal Murray is not suspended for game 3, it's stupid. I'm a big fan of the way the Nuggets have done things. I don't have a dog in that fight. You throw a heating pad on the court, that's an automatic suspension.
Any object. Right?
Yes, exactly. Any object. It's dangerous.
Right.
And it's
Towns was right by it and nothing happened, but he could have slipped on it, rolled in it. You just never know. Any of his own players.
You can't do it, dude.
Right.
You can't do it. And by the way, them being down 2-0, them being down 3-0, it shouldn't matter.
Oh, no, that doesn't matter.
That's like when the ref waits to blow the whistle to see if the shot goes in or out. Dude, it's an offense. It's suspendable. Suspend the guy. That's the only fair way to do it. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
Could the path be any clearer for the Celtics the way things are shaping up?
Yeah, honestly, the only thing I can think of here is if Indiana, I think Celtics would rather face the Pacers than the Knicks. But you're about to get the defending champs out now. The Suns are out. The Clippers are out. The Warriors are out. You're going to have either the Wolves or OKC most likely out. Assuming Boston advances, the Pacers and Cavs out. I mean, they've got the Knicks. And then almost certainly either Dallas, OKC, or this is not, Philly is out. Milwaukee is out. Boston's got no excuses, dude. None. I don't care that Porzingis is out for a few games. This is as clear a path as no disrespect to the other teams. It's just about the teams that are no longer in there. You're not going to have much of a clear path.
Yeah, when you're already the best team and you're going to have home court, and knock on wood. Well, Porzingis has been hurt right now, but he should be coming back. It's set up really well for them. I mean, it really is. But I think that kind of the mystery is the West. Mm-hmm. I mean, now seeing if Denver were to come back, we're going to have a different feeling about Denver, right? This would show us a ton about them. But if Minnesota keeps this train going, man, how are you going to beat them? And I don't know. OKC's got some intrigue in how young and talented they are. And if Dallas gets through that series, when you get Kyrie and Luka, that's going to be interesting for if Boston gets all the way there.
It really is. This playoffs is shaping up to be something.
Yeah.
Again, this is going to be weird playoffs. I'm very confident in saying this is going to be one of the most. This is going to be hardcore versus casual NBA playoffs. Hardcore fans that just don't care who it is. They just want to see good basketball, new teams, new blood. They're going to love this.
Yeah.
Your casual fan, which makes up 80% of your viewers, you're going to see all sorts of ratings are down. Ratings are down. In fact, I'm surprised we haven't seen the numbers yet. Usually, though, it's because the networks push them when they're good, and then you got to wait for awful announcing or some website to push them when they're bad. But they ain't going to be big.
Yeah.
I can promise you they're not going to be big. These ratings are going to be shrunken. And whether you're ratings or whether you're a person, that's where Upsize Matters comes in. UpsizeMatters.com with my good friends, Dr. Jack Friedlander and Dr. Joel Pash. Dr. Jack in Roseville, Dr. Pash in San Francisco, with a procedure that is non-surgical, a procedure that is safe, effective, and long-lasting, a procedure that is doctor-performed, and obviously a very sensitive subject, get it, but circumference, let's say, is consistently at or near the top of the wish list for anyone. So if that's an issue for you, think spaghetti. Or if it's not an issue, but let's just say you want to go, you like celery, but you want to try an eggplant, go to UpsizeMatters.com. You can get a free consultation. Let's start using veggies and fruits more often. You get a free consultation. The procedure can be done on the same day as your consultation. Go to UpsizeMatters.com. You hear me, YouTube chat? UpsizeMatters.com. Get your girth on. When we come back, a controversial Game 1 win for the New York Knicks. We'll talk about it next.
Harrison Barnes plays here.
Harrison Barnes drives it, hammers it. The Black Falcon soaring into the night sky on a Monday evening in Northern California.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Hi, everyone. It's Emran Pilati, host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday at 10 a.m. Would you like a chance to meet Ricky Henderson, Dennis Rodman, Johnny Manziel, Randy Johnson, Frank Thomas, Vlad Guerrero Sr., Dave Stewart, and our favorite Malik Monk, and meet over 90 sports card dealers all in one weekend? This is your chance to do it on May 17th through the 19th at the Roseville Fairgrounds at the Sacramento Autograph Expo. You can get all the information about the show on our website at sacautograph.expo.com. That's sacautograph.expo.com.
Kevin Lewis with National Garage Door, reminding you that in Sacramento, National Garage Door is the king of garage doors. We service, sell, and install garage doors and openers. Call us today for your basketball special. A new 16x7 Rainer garage door with insulation and a belt drive opener for only $24.49 installed. Give us a call today, 916-638-4554.
638-4554 National Garage Door.
Guys, are you ready to give up because you think you've tried everything and you're still dealing with loss of energy, poor sleep, weight gain, and even ED? Revive Men's Health Sacramento has local medical providers that offer low T and ED treatments customized to each patient's unique physical makeup. By working with a specialized compounding lab, personalized treatments are guaranteed, even when generic pills and supplements haven't worked. It all starts with your free comprehensive exam and consultation. Availability is limited. Book today, and for this month only, Revive offers qualified patients a free 1-month supply of personalized ED medication, plus a free ED treatment producing immediate results. The experts at Revive Men's Health Sacramento will work to provide the right treatment for you so you can show up as the best you in all aspects of your life. Call 916-365-4566. That's 916-365-4566. Or send them a private message at revivemenshealth.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
Just make it interesting, you know? It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
How's it on the beat? No. I hate it. I'm going to burn out on this song. I really am.
I think everybody is.
I can't stop playing it. I can't stop watching the YouTube reactions. That is my favorite. I've watched more YouTube reactions than TV, and I've watched 2 NBA games.
Oh, my favorite has been Out at the Clubs.
Oh, God.
Which, if you're Drake watching... Dude, no. People know all the words.
I think what really stabbed Drake right through the heart was them playing this to go to break on TNT yesterday. He's a huge basketball fan. You know he's probably watching, and they're playing Kendrick going to break this song. By the way, you know that trying to strike a chord? It's probably a minor line that he has in there. I don't know. I haven't seen this get caught yet. I'm sure it has because everybody dissects these things like surgery. But my daughter, who plays the piano, I had her go over to the piano. You know what's interesting about the A minor chord? You only use the white keys. I think Kendrick did like a quintuple entendre on that. And I never caught it. Which, again, I haven't caught like 90% of it, but I like art, man. I like art whether I understand it or not. I like art when it's interesting, and I would say now, because of course you want to come to me when you want opinions on this stuff. I would say my Mount Rushmore of diss tracks and hip hop. We should do an article on this. Everybody wants to hear this. In no particular order. No Vaseline, Ice Cube. Hit him up. Probably back to back by Drake, to be honest with you. Although I know that's arguable, and they not like us. Agree or disagree, Chris?
Probably disagree.
Yeah.
Probably.
Jason,
if I have to think about it.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys.
Yeah.
You're right, and Chris, I agree with his disagreeing of you.
100%. All right. Speaking of controversies. Oh, by the way, then Macklemore came out yesterday and dropped a track and told everybody basically to shut up. That was
got him.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, the Macklemore?
Seriously.
That Macklemore?
The Knicks. They win game 1. Little bit of controversy, Jason Ross. But Jalen Brunson was sublime, not the band.
Nembhard with 11. He's scored at least 12 in the last 5 playoff games. And guarding Brunson here. Brunson shifty, looking for contact. Brunson got it.
This was back and forth. Towards the end of the game, in my opinion, Dante DiVincenzo got himself a meal of flopperoni.
Okay.
Runs into Miles Turner. They call a moving screen.
Pacers ball. Here is Halliburton. Shot clock is off. Indiana down a point at Madison Square Garden. Turner will be called for an offensive foul on the screen.
That is shocking. You never see that call at this point in the game. I mean, never.
Okay, so that's controversy one part of it, right? Controversial. So here's my thoughts on it. So they reviewed it.
Yeah.
Right? They did.
Yeah.
And called it a foul.
They did.
So letter of the law, was it a foul? Like, I think agree with like they never call it in that instance.
Right.
But once you do,
right,
now you review it and you go, well, yeah, by the rule, it's an illegal screen. So here's where I thought what I think happened. Could be 100% wrong, but here's my theory on this. The sequence, there were about 6 calls in the last 2 minutes that ended up being looked at or controversial. The ball that was from the far side official, I believe his name is Travis Ford.
Yes.
Called off the Knicks in front of the Pacers bench. The Knicks were forced to use a timeout. They reviewed it. He was the one, like the 2 refs closest to it said, I have no idea.
Right.
He comes in emphatically and says, Pacers ball. You look at the review, clearly hit the Pacers out of bounds. Clearly.
Right.
So they review and they turn it. So he now knows very publicly he screwed up.
Uh-huh.
He's the one, like, I know they say there's no makeup calls.
Right.
I just think subconsciously it's now, I screwed that up.
I gotta do a makeup call.
I'm not trying to, but now there's a decision to be made. Like, that's a screen. I could call that. You know what? I'm calling it. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened.
I don't disagree with you. Either way, there were some.
Now, remember, the Knicks were still ahead. No
They
guarantee
were.
that the Pacers
Had the ball, time coming down with the ball.
You just don't like to see it end that way.
And here is how it ended.
Pacers got to go quick. They're down 4, up ahead. Halliburton looks like he rolled his ankle and turns it over. Knicks have it.
OG Anunoby dribbles it out, and game 1 belongs to the New York Knicks.
Bing bong.
Refs acknowledge error on kicked ball call. Call was not subject to review or coach's challenge. Call cost the Pacers possession with the score tied in 52.1
Yeah,
seconds
that was
left.
the other one where
Yeah.
it looked like Neesmith hit it with his hand. And the fact that you can't review that is also a weird rule.
Yeah, you should be able to review pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And that's the second major blown call of, at least 2. You had the Knicks Philly, the Tyrese Maxey travel on the 4-point play.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Tyrese Halliburton on closing the fourth quarter.
Tyra, I guess your thoughts on how you guys closed the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just didn't get enough stops. Dante hit a big shot there. Should have probably rotated harder. And then just a bad break offensively. I should have waited for the screen.
What?
So yeah, we shouldn't have been in that situation. Too many turnovers down the stretch for me, and just got to be better.
Is that twice?
That's not the old clip, right? Wait, what?
Tyra, I guess your thoughts on how.
Just didn't get enough stops. Dante hit a big shot there. Should have probably rotated harder. And then just a bad break offensively. I should have waited for the screen. Rotated harder. And then just a bad break offensively. I should have waited for the screen.
How is that possible?
You know, like if you get a bubble, like it sounds different though.
I thought the first one was a glitch.
Yeah,
it
sounded like a recording glitch.
Yeah, like a recording glitch. It sounds like he's look. Tyrese Halliburton I feel like his natural voice. Even when he got drafted here, he's got like a vocal fry thing going on. Where he's. What is the? But then it's like he sucks a helium balloon or so. What is that?
Probably rotated harder, and then just a bad break offensively. I should have waited for the screen. But yeah, we shouldn't have been in that situation. Too many turnovers down the stretch for me, and just gotta be better.
That's just. I mean, look. Sorry, I don't mean to focus on this. Yeah. It's not the substance of whatever, but that's just. It's like I'm not even making fun of it. It's like Baxter and the Wheel of Cheese. Like, right. I'm not even mad. It's just
kind of impressive.
Impressive. Hello, Dwayne.
Yes, sir. What's up?
What's up, Dwayne? How are you?
Hey, what's up? I'm ready to rock, man. Hey, the referees are incompetent now. They're being incompetent. It's like they're nervous out there. And, when you're nervous, you don't do a good job. And as a Kings station, you guys have had your fair share of just like missed calls and non-fouls and things like that. So at this point, you got to figure out how can you regulate it better. Because with what happened with Philly, what happened last night, there's been too many instances where they're just – and the game is messing up the game because we kept stopping and looking at reviews. So at this point, you have to learn how to regulate it and put the best refs out there. And it has to be more disciplined. I want to know what you guys think about that.
Thank you, Dwayne. I mean, I will say this. There is some transparency at the beginning of the playoffs. Let me back up. At the end of every game, there is – referees are graded on their performance. There are internal grades on the performance, and refs are assigned a game score, basically. At the end of the year, the referees with the best cumulative game scores, are the ones that are assigned to the playoffs. What goes into the game scores, I don't know exactly, but I imagine it's, calls, missed calls, correct calls, this, that, whatever. So I don't know how the mechanism for putting the best referees in the postseason is already there.
Yeah.
And then Dwayne's question is, well, how do you regulate it more? I mean, they have the last 2-minute report. There's mixed reviews on that. I don't know. Because what I don't have transparency on, Jason, is the ref that made the kickball bad call yesterday. Is there some sort of punitive damage there? Is he fined? Is he taken off of a game? Is he, these guys, the problem is these guys don't make player money. They make us money.
Yeah. And they work. They have all the parameters to have them be their best. The reality is it's an imperfect job, right? Just like the player.
That's
right. Why is Jamal Murray? What's your stats? 3 of 17.
Yeah.
He's better than that.
That's right.
Well, he wasn't last night. So these refs are really good. And then if there's, I don't know how many calls a game or non-calls, they get a lot of them correct. But we also get 19 angles. We slow it down. And then you go, you know what? They probably missed that one. Yeah, maybe they did. But we all focus on the very end and that impacted the game. Sure. But this is the way the sport is done.
I know it's not an exact science here. But I just thought of something, what you were saying, Jason. Like, to your point, the Timberwolves had 12 turnovers. The Nuggets had 16 turnovers. Mm-hmm. So when you turn the ball over, it's a possession switch. Isn't that effectively what a missed call is?
Yeah.
So between the Nuggets and the Timberwolves, you had 28 turnovers. That's 28 mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's 28 blown plays.
Yeah.
The refs have what? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and if we're calling a blown play versus a missed shot,
right?
Like a missed shot might just be,
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that Dave held over there, but I'm gonna let that one go.
Sure.
Okay, probably had no impact, but it was still. I could have called it.
I know it's silly, but let's say Nikola Jokic has 7 turnovers. We're not like, dude, you got to get him out of there. Like, is he corrupt? Like, is he throwing this game here? Right. We don't ever think about that. Why are we so much more hardcore on the refs when refs make mistakes just like the players make mistakes? But every one mistake for a ref is like 50 for a player.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that some refs aren't ding-dongs.
Right.
But again, Dwayne, the answer to your question, thank you for the call, is I don't know what else they can do other than maybe make the postseason grades more transparent. But
yeah. You basically have the all-star game of refs, right? You've got the best
correct.
group left.
That's
again,
correct.
but the best all-stars will miss free throws and throw the ball away and miss dunks and miss open shots. You're like, what's happening? Well, it's imperfect.
Maybe we have, we've got an award for hustle and clutch. We have a ref of the year.
Even if you do, that ref will have a mistake. Many of them. Of course.
Why don't we want a combination of media and players and vote for your ref of the year? And the ref of the year gets like $1 million, which is like a huge deal to a ref. Yeah. We'll take a break. When we come back, oh my goodness gracious, we're almost into hour number 3 here. Let's stop on some baseball real quick. The Giants and A's lose, and the chairman of Bally's. I know sometimes this isn't the most interesting content. I am aware of that as I'm trying to plug our next segment. I'm trying my best. We're trying our best to do the research, and just every once in a while when something pops up, kind of keep you abreast of everything going on with the A's move. And in this case, Bally's, who owns the land the A's are supposed to build the stadium on, their chairman lets loose on something with John Fisher that I don't think he was supposed to say, plus Janet Jackson tickets at some point during the break. We're back after this.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. And Sunday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
As a roofer, spring means the start of my busy season, which means I've got to get organized. With help from Beacon, I can save time with Beacon Pro Plus and 24/7 access to live pricing, delivery tracking, order history, and more. Plus, this spring, I can earn $1,000 and the chance to win a $25,000 backyard renovation just by buying my CertainTeed shingles online with Beacon. No purchase necessary. Now that's what I call a spring cleanup. Visit BECN.com for official rules and to start earning entries.
Do you hear that? That's your air conditioner working overtime this summer. But it's not just the temperature that's rising, so is your electric bill. Stop paying sky-higher rates for your electricity with a solar electric system from Aztec Solar. Finally, you can calculate your monthly savings when you go solar without sitting through a 2-hour in-home sales pitch. Visit yourpowersavings.com and Aztec Solar will text you how much you'll save each month by going solar. Since 1980, Aztec Solar has helped thousands of homeowners with solar pool heating, solar electricity, and backup energy storage. Going solar is like getting an extra paycheck every month. How much will your paycheck be? Find out at yourpowersavings.com. Yourpowersavings.com. Looking for a deal today? Now you can own a solar electric system for just $99.95 cash offer after incentives. Act now. This offer expires soon. Aztec Solar. Solar and only solar since 1980.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Your one-stop Honda shop.
In a world where everybody and their mother makes a primed trim board, contractors have to ask one question. Do I know what's under the primer? Available at just about every lumberyard you can imagine. Vintage trim boards are made from lodgepole pine. That's the stuff telephone poles and railroad ties are made of. It's durable. It's straight. It's been doing the job for generations. Manufactured right here in the USA. Ask for it by name. VintageTrimboards.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the California Army National Guard. Aired by the California Broadcasters Association and this station.
Right now, while you're sitting on the couch or just driving around, your friends are at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range powered by Top Tracer. The vibe is perfect, whether you're an accomplished player or a newbie. Play a variety of fun games, play Pebble Beach, or compete against friends at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range. Hungry? The Hangout Food Truck offers burgers, chicken strips, and more. Check the summer-long free concert schedule. Be a part of the fun at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway, open until midnight.
The only place you'll find De'Aaron Fox is Sacktown Sports.
Spins away from the defender. In the paint. Soft floater. That's a great play by De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, Sacramento. It's De'Aaron Fox, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org.
A diss track that I would put above back to back.
What?
Hail Mary, Eminem. That kind of ended Ja Rule's career.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, that did kind of. Yeah, that was kind of it, wasn't it? That's a great point. That's an excellent point right there. Ah, what a world we live in. What a time we live in. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, and your Oakland A's. Soon to be your not Sacramento A's, but your A's of Sacramento.
Generic athletics.
The athletics baseball team, whatever it may be. So the clip I'm going to play here is Bally's chairman, Soo Kim, who pretty much confirms that John Fisher never wanted to stay in Oakland. And he was set on Vegas from day one, including a little nugget about Rob Manfred himself and how he feels, or at least felt, along with Major League Baseball, about the A's moving.
When I first heard about the potential to host the A's or to welcome the A's, I was like, all right, guys, are you definitely leaving? And like, has that been, is that done? And the truth of the matter was that it was. Yeah. And the truth of the matter, I think what people don't understand is that baseball itself, Manfred himself, actually tried to in varying levers, force the A's to stay. Yeah. So for years, the A's had to labor under challenges that baseball set for them because Rob, the commissioner, did not want the team just to leave. Right. They tried to stay, I think, for almost 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, there were all kinds of different stadium proposals.
But again, so when I did the due diligence on this, it wasn't just he said, she said. Yeah. It was third parties were saying, no. These guys have huge economic incentives to stay right in the Bay Area, right, from the media contract to the league, telling them stay. Right. And despite all that, I think it was a failure of leadership that they couldn't, they couldn't come to a deal. And look, it wasn't the only team to leave that Bay Area. So look, the Fisher family is a Bay Area family.
Yeah.
And so I there's so many reasons as to why when I got involved, they had already made the decision. It just wasn't, that's not the way the story is related, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, you're going to leave anyway. Then we would love to welcome you. I think to speak great.
Why is that important? Because that illustrates directly from a party involved in the negotiations that the whole Fisher family working in earnest with Oakland to close the deal was almost certainly not in earnest. It's for Kings fans to really put this together. It's similar to the Maloofs when they came to a framework of an agreement in Orlando, you may remember, on an arena that the Maloofs would be a part of. And then when it came time for them to write a check for pre-construction costs, then all of a sudden the deal fell apart. Well, they didn't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't operating in good faith, but I think their faith was much better than John Fisher's faith. John Fisher, Rob Manfred, and the league, as the chairman of Bally's, who was right there in the negotiations, said out of his own mouth, baseball wants them and wanted them to stay in Oakland. And Rob Manfred was pulling on all the levers he could to make that happen. So then the question becomes, not only how did they finally, you can understand, like, okay, they've tried everything they can. They can't get it done in Oakland, so we've got to let them go to Vegas. Again, I ask, but why do you waive a relocation fee in the neighborhood of $1 billion? How do you get 30 some odd other teams to agree to that, Jason?
Right.
There's something so fishy, no pun intended, about this whole deal. And by the way, Bally's right now, we told you yesterday, they've got serious financial issues. This is at best the third priority construction thing they have going on right now. And they're already way behind on a schedule to open this thing up in 28, 29. So again, the idea of this thing being a slam dunk for Vegas, we're going to give you pieces as it rolls in because it's a narrative. It's a case that we will build in time to show you that that ain't a slam dunk, dude.
Well, another takeaway from that I found interesting was, his kind of stating the fact that Rob Manfred in baseball wanted them. I don't know anymore, but wanted them to stay in Oakland.
Yeah, wanted them to stay in Oakland.
And if Fisher was always like, nah, so to have parties, look, Oakland's not free of guilt in any of this, but if Fisher's really not working, like you said, in good faith, that was never going to work.
Right. And the way you have recourse is you say, hey, look, you're not working in good faith. Either figure it out in Oakland or sell the team.
Yeah, we're going to make it really difficult on you and basically force you to sell them.
There's no loss for baseball to say, figure it out in Oakland or sell the team. Vegas, you're getting an expansion team.
We want to be there.
Which is what you wanted anyways. Right. You don't want A's and all their baggage and all that. You want your own history. You don't want John Fisher.
Right.
You don't want that. What is he all of a sudden going to turn into this amazing owner? He owns two professional teams, the Earthquakes of MLS and the A's. Both are bottom feeders, perennial bottom feeders in both payroll, standings, and of course, attendance. Stadiums, thank you. Well, at least, they got a Via Stadium.
Which is the worst.
Yeah, you're right. We'll take a break. When we come back, we've got a unanimous choice for Rookie of the Year. We'll get to Victor Wembanyama in a moment. We'll also get to caller number 7 right now. 1-800-920-1140. Sacktown Sports has teamed up with Live Nation to get you ready. It is Concert Week 2024 all week. We're giving away concert tickets. All you got to do is hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now, looking for caller number 7 to score a pair of tickets to pull up for Janet Jackson at the G1C June 11th. More information, go to SacktownSports.com. Victor Wembanyama next.
The only place you'll find De'Aaron Fox is Sacktown Sports.
Spins away from the defender in the paint. Soft floater. That's a great play by De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, Sacramento, it's De'Aaron Fox, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
This is Kenny and Jerry from Bell Brothers Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Everyone knows that a group of fish is called a school, but did you know a group of giraffes is called a tower? Or how about a murder of crows, a quiver of cobras, a shadow of jaguars, a shiver of sharks, or a zeal of zebras? Wild, huh? So what do you call a group of Bell Brothers plumbers? They don't fit into any of the traditional plumber stereotypes. They're clean and well-dressed. They're on time and courteous. They're well-trained and friendly. They're exactly the kind of people you'd be comfortable and confident to invite into your home. That's why we proudly call them our family of plumbers. If you need a drain cleared or any other plumbing service, we'll send one of the family right over to help you out. Call Bell Brothers at 916-444-1234, or you can find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this, because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
This segment is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville. Check them out at KiaVacaville.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Take it on the local level.
Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 9.
They said there's a long history of public financing of not just baseball, but sports venues in general. Brings quality of life and entertainment opportunities to residents and an economic driver. And the economic driver thing has gotten picked up. Now, over the last decade plus, including here in Sacramento, a public-private partnership has become more the norm. And even in the A's case, at least the way it's set up in Las Vegas, it's about $350 million coming from Vegas or from Nevada. And the rest, the other billion, basically, for the stadium is coming from John Fisher and friends. That's the setup. But this type of thing has happened in other stadiums, in other cities. And everyone, there's this huge debate about economic driver. Is an arena, is a stadium an economic driver? And the evidence is unequivocal that cities at best break even, and in most cases, dollar to dollar, lose money on the investment, on the drive. Now, I think one point that should be made here is that a baseball stadium is different than an NFL stadium is different than an arena, because in a baseball stadium's case, let me just give you this. In the NBA last year, the Bulls led the league in attendance. 841,000 people went to 41 home games. In the NFL last year, Dallas led the league in attendance. 748,755 went to 8 Dallas Cowboy home games. In baseball, the LA Dodgers in 81 home games, 3.8 million. Now, that's not just turnstiles into the stadium. It's also that many people are coming to the stadium, and in the Dodgers
more
case,
bites at the apple,
right,
more games.
That's exactly right. So baseball's a little bit different, and we're not counting these numbers that these very smart people put together. It bothers me because they're smarter than me, but they're also huge falsehoods in there. For example, they're not counting, for example, that you look at the Bulls attendance. Okay, cool. How many non-Bulls events happened at the arena that year that also drove people down? Can we include those? All right, even when we include those, here's the bottom line that people they don't want to grab. The entire business of sports is not economically viable for the fan because the entire business of sports is in unmeasurables. Is the city making direct money that you can mathematize, not a word, off of attendance and parking and all that? No, the evidence is unequivocal. But when you talk about air quotes quality of life, what I'm talking about there is, what price do you put on a family of four going to a game and seeing NBA players and their team win? Well, you put the ticket price on there. But what price do you put on them not having to drive here, there, or whatever to go see a concert, to go see whatever? You're never going to tell the full story of an arena or a stadium and its worth to the city by simple financial mathematics. Now, Chris, I know you want to get in here, and I'm sure you have plenty of issue with what I'm saying. I don't think you and I are really, though, far off. I'm not saying the money couldn't be better used elsewhere. I'm not saying it's the best use of taxpayer money. That's not an argument I can even come close to making. I'm saying that when you are discussing the benefits of an arena or a stadium, it can't just be mathematical. However, you also can't quantify what the other benefits are in a dollars and cents way.
Well, I think that's what I've been telling you for years. Is that same point.
What?
Of you got to look at more than just money. It's just, I think when people say, like, if we build an arena, this is 100% going to make money, because that hasn't been true anywhere. But there is a point of, like, hey, like a town square type of situation of, hey, where are you going this weekend? I'm going to that thing at the arena.
Right.
Oh, isn't that thing at the arena? Oh, remember when we went to the arena? I think that is a big thing. Yeah.
It's a huge thing, and it's unquantifiable.
The thing I don't like is when government officials get involved and you see, like, this is going to be, like, I want to say it was the Milwaukee arena, where they're like, this is going to completely change the state of Wisconsin. Like, What are you getting that from?
And you're right. But I think Sacramento's a great case in the sense, I can tell you right now, COVID really hurt the deal. It's not a terrible deal, but they've had to do what they didn't want to do, which is dip into the fund a couple of times. That being said, all you have to do is go down. Look, downtown still got issues, but all you have to do is go down to Golden One Center and look at Doco and look at the surrounding area. That it is absolutely night and day what it was 12 years ago when you had, what was it, the Macy's and the movie theater?
Yeah. And isn't the challenge now, honestly, non-game days, non-event days? Like, look, it's still a great place to go, but like, I have a reason because I'm going to Janet Jackson. I have a reason because I'm going to the Kings.
That's right.
I have a reason because I'm going to the high school championship, whatever it is.
Right.
But it's Tuesday. Why not go down? And that's, I think, what they're, because they've got a lot of dates that are filled.
They do.
But not all of them.
No, not all of them. That's why you got guys, James Rasmussen is a name probably nobody knows that works down at Golden One Center. Great guy. And he and his team are in charge of not just filling that arena with dates, but here's the other thing. People forget Arco Arena. There were a ton of acts that we lost to Oakland, to Shoreline, to San Francisco, to LA, because the artists didn't want to come into the arena because their modern day loadouts were not compatible with the prehistoric situation going on technically at Arco. Golden One Center, state of the art. It's made for that. So that's how you get Paul McCartney or Coldplay or Bruce Springsteen or Madonna, Janet Jackson. These are a lot of but how do you measure that? Of course, you can measure the financial impact. Well, this many tickets were bought at this much. Right. This is what they did. Of course, you can do that. What you can't measure, though, is, Billy and little Janie and Frankie got to go see Janet Jackson, which they wouldn't have been able to do in San Francisco. It's that access to memories. How do you monetize that? Right. How do you put a number on that?
And the offshoots just go.
They do a good job, Ticketmaster.
Well, they do, but like the offshoots of so many of those things, like, okay, maybe I never go to a Kings game, but I become a Kings fan because they're in this town. Mm-hmm. I watch them on TV, and I went and bought a Kings gear at a place that, doesn't directly go to downtown in the team store, but I'm a Kings fan, and I bought it at a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Sure.
But that's because I'm a Kings fan.
That's right. And if the Kings aren't here,
directly all connected, but it is connected.
100,000%. And if you don't have this to spend your discretionary income on, what are you going to have to spend your discretionary? You're going to find something, but it's going to be a lower quality thing, perhaps, to spend your discretionary income on. You're thinking about, go ahead, Chris.
The one thing that's funny about this discussion is that none of this makes sense in Las Vegas.
No, because it's all there already. The A's are not, no one's be like, I wasn't going to go to Vegas, but the A's are like the side dish of side dishes when you have all these entrees there. It's like, yes, we'll go. Yeah, let's go.
I would say the A's are the ginger. It's just there.
What, my son?
Huh?
Mason?
No.
The ginger on the sushi plate.
Yes.
Yes.
Just
not
like,
even the wasabi.
There. Should I have it? Oh, I don't know.
It's
maybe.
A palate cleanser. Let's go from smoky, lit up, techno playing casino, swimming pool, whatever. Let's go sit for 3 hours and watch baseball. That's a little bit of a change of pace.
Yeah.
The other thing I would say, Chris, you brought up Ticketmaster. I guess this segment's gone. I think I told you guys recently, I won't say who, but there was a fairly prominent politician whoever called me and said, hey, we've got this bill coming out and we want to know if you'll publicly support it. I'm like, what's the bill? And by the way, why are you asking a douchebag like me? But they did. This bill, you may have seen it on your social media. They're spending a ton of money on advertising. Basically, they're talking about trying to cap Ticketmaster fees in California. And the reason why I didn't come out for it and the reason why I didn't support it is I simply asked the question, why is nobody raising a bill that is straight cutting them? Like, no, you don't get fees. Build it into the ticket price or come up with a flat percent. But why are we not
break up the monopoly?
Well, and again, I'm not a big fan of paralysis by analysis. I agree with you. But if there's a way to make real change, even if it's not the change that you really should have, I'm okay with baby steps. But for me nobody disagrees in the public. If you put it up to vote, do you like Ticketmaster fees? I'm pretty sure that's not going to pass. So it's like, why don't we cap it? No more secondary markets. Screw them. Your choice is to buy it from the venue. No secondary markets. Unless you're an individual and then cap the individual on what they're selling and make these websites very like, okay, face value is $55. You can go up to 5% above $55. That's what's happening because people are buying these chunks of tickets and then they're reselling them based on demand and people are paying these crazy amounts. Cut that out. I don't care if you kill the third-party ticket resellers. Cut out the Ticketmaster charges, make it a flat charge, $5, $6, $7. The answer, believe it or not, I got legitimately. That'll never pass. Why won't it pass? It'll never pass because Ticketmaster and these third parties are so deep in the pockets of these politicians that they won't put that up because they'll lose their seats.
Gross.
To which my response was simply this. Is there not a politician out there that will hold a press conference in front of a venue and lay everything I just said out for the public and say, I'm creating a website, nomorefees.com, and I'm going to post every single politician that votes against this, along with the publicly available dollar amounts from these third parties, from these ticket masters that were put into their election coffers. And we're going to have real, actual transparency. And if they want to go on record and vote against putting more money in the pockets of people that pay for tickets, let them run on that in 2, 3, or 4 years and see how many people grow cojones at that point. The answer, that's a great idea. It's just not how it's done. And to me, and you can apply that to so many different things that are far more important than this, but to me, that is the most, simultaneously, it is the most enticing reason to me to get into politics. And at the same time, the biggest reason why I will never get into politics, because that's how it is.
You've always had the itch.
I've got a friend who, whenever they get a text message like, hey, we're counting on your vote, like type of thing, her response is always, get rid of Ticketmaster and you have my vote.
Yeah, my vote forever.
That's their response.
That's their response every time.
We talk about no-brainers for politicians. Put a Super Bowl, make Monday after Super Bowl a holiday. This, that, whatever. This is one of those no-brainers. And you're right, I have always had the itch. I don't talk about it anymore. Because you know why? By the way, even if somebody was stupid enough to vote for me and I were to get elected to something, I won't put my wife and kids through that. You think referees and umpires have a bad time? Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to quit whatever successful career I'm having, and I want to go be a public servant and try to do some good and get constantly railroaded by red tape and bureaucracy. And oh, by the way, somebody just mailed my kid a baby doll with a knife in it. No, I'm good. I'm actually good on that. I'm actually good on not doing that, because that's the state of where things are right now. And it's gross and it's weird and I don't like it.
Known as Carmichael Dave, he once said on his evening show.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. Burn those tapes.
Look, man, the amount of
Is that funny?
The amount of skeletons. I mean, I made a comment about homeless people during the whole arena thing that still makes me cringe.
Did that do anything for you?
Yeah, it wasn't great. In a word, we'll take a break. Hey, congratulations to Victor Wembanyama. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we'll get a playoff recap. We will talk about Wemby a little bit. We'll mush those together. And stay tuned for a very important message from Jason Ross in just 10 seconds. We're right back after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Oh, that's right. We have a new sponsor. We're so thankful. We're thankful to all of our sponsors out there and all of you that listen on a regular basis. We really do appreciate you. And you never know when you may need someone to represent you on your behalf, right? Or if you're ever in one of those situations that you need someone that you could trust and that you want to work for you. Well, you don't want to be in that spot. But if you're on that spot, you want someone you could trust. And I'm sure you have seen plenty of lawyers on TV that just want you as, one of their many clients to kind of turn and burn through all these things. They just rush through the process. There's no connection. Well, how about someone that is in our community that cares about you and certainly cares about the result and their credibility as well? I'm talking about Jonathan Gonzalez at the Gonzalez Law Offices. He's right here in downtown Sacramento, and he doesn't just count you as one of the many clients and turns and burns those cases like we talked about. He will connect with you and help you in your area of need, whatever that might be, whether it's wrongful termination cases, expungements, car accidents, whatever and wherever you feel you're in need of representation. He is there for you. I suggest you contact him at saclegaldefense.com or call them at the offices at 916-304-9187. Again, that's the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez at saclegaldefense.com or 916-304-9187.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
We do that on purpose? Atta baby. Sometimes Chris does good things. We're raging against the machine here on Sacktown Sports.
Would it be interesting if all three of us ran for the same position and like we had to do like the hate commercials against one another?
The diss tracks.
Yeah.
Dave and I would 100% team up against you.
But the thing is,
and I would try to interrupt and go, I do not support this message.
I couldn't do a bad political ad against Jason.
Sure,
that's the problem. He likes the LA teams. Like, that's the worst they can come up with. Burn. Sometimes he scratches his beard. I don't know.
Jason Ross is from Orange County, California.
Better known as a spy. What Jason was saying during the break is like, at some point it's going to come out, because I have to run as like Carmichael Dave. Yeah. And it's going to come out like, he actually lives in Roseville. What else is he hiding?
Yeah. What's his real name?
Christopher Laud would rather his kid shoot somebody than get pregnant.
As heard right here.
The problem is, Jason, Chris would probably win because all his ads would just be all the stuff he saved up out of context on this program.
Man. Yeah,
we'd have no chance.
I won't run against Chris. I would not want to do that.
Let Chris, you go be the politician. President,
make a change.
President Verlaud,
make a difference.
Make that change, 2024.
Yes, Janet Jackson.
All right. Victor Wembanyama, unanimous choice for Rookie of the Year, the 18th first overall pick since the lottery started in the early 80s to win Rookie of the Year. Since the lottery began, Jason Ross, I did some research here.
Yes, you did.
I did. I was up most of the night on this. Only players outside of the top 10 to win Rookie of the Year include Mark Jackson. Did Mark Jackson go to St. John's?
Yeah,
I think.
Yes.
Okay. Michael Carter Williams, Kentucky,
Syracuse, maybe. I don't know.
And Malcolm Brogdon, I cannot remember.
Virginia.
Virginia. Thank you. Brogdon went 36th, by the way. We talked about it yesterday with Wemby. You know, what is he going to look like 5 years from now? I mean, he's going to be tall.
I'm trying to think. Do you mind pulling up a list of the last rookie or just the Rookie of the Year winners? Because look, he has had one of the great rookies of the year ever. We said it. You said it. You looked up his numbers versus LeBron. LeBron had one of the greats. He's had one of the great Rookie of the Year. So I'm trying to think what we would have said maybe in the last 10 years of Rookie of the Years. Like, hey, watch out for this guy in 3 years. And then did that pan out?
Well done on Michael Carter Williams going to Syracuse.
Okay.
I don't remember, again, a lot of this is hindsight. I don't remember there being a big hullabaloo over Michael Carter. It was almost like one of those, like, well, he had to give it to somebody.
To win, yeah.
Andrew Wiggins, I believe, was the number one pick.
Yes.
By Cleveland, wasn't it originally?
The
one that the Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
He won it in 14-15.
Again, we thought a lot of potential was there. He seemed like a clear-cut number one.
Right. Karl Anthony Towns the following year.
Okay.
Unanimous. I think we thought it was like, this guy's going to be really good. Like a high star, low superstar. Malcolm Brogdon, that was almost like the Michael Carter Williams. Like, okay, well, good story. Then you had Ben Simmons. The big thing with Ben Simmons was it was like the Blake Griffin thing. Like, well, he sat a year. Is he really the Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
But
there was so much talk about unbelievable potential. 6'9", 6'10" point guard. Like, this guy could be – who else can be like him in the league? He can defend. He can – I mean, there were some questions maybe about shooting, but look, he was doing everything as a rookie.
By the way, this is before I fell in love with Ben Simmons. His rookie year, Jason, with Philadelphia, 81 games. He averaged 16 points, 8.2 assists, 8.1 rebounds, just under 2 steals a game on 54.5% shooting. That was his rookie year. By the way, all but rebounds there were career highs. He averaged 8.8 rebounds his second year. So you're thinking, okay,
at that point, like, where's he going to be in 5 years? You can't stop him. He gets
MVP
downhill.
Candidate. The line I will never forget is he's a lesser offensive oriented, but 10 times more defensive oriented Magic
Correct.
Johnson.
Yeah.
That
line. Was the comps. Not there, right? But that's how we felt at that time, and you can't ignore that feeling.
Do we need to go into the year after Ben Simmons, or can we skip it?
I'd like to hear it because now I'm intrigued. Oh yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
no, but look,
we 100% thought Luka Doncic was going to be a superstar after his first year, and he is.
Yeah.
Not much there. Ja Morant, same thing.
Yeah.
Ja Morant, who I believe is the number 2 pick.
But yes, and again, kind of another case of when you miss, you're not completely forgotten, but people move past you on the list, right?
Right.
Like Ja Morant, future of the league. Well, he's still here.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson, future of the league. They're still around, but when you miss time, you're kind of forgotten about a little bit.
And Ja Morant, by the way, will only be 25 going into next season. Then we go with Florida State's Scotty Barnes.
Who, by the way, I don't think it gets a lot. Like, I think he has potential to be really good. He's a really good player.
I think the problem, if you want to call it a problem, is that he's on a very, very irrelevant Toronto team. When you look at his numbers last year, I want to say they went down a little bit. I could be wrong. No, they didn't. 20 points a game, a little over 8 boards, a little over 6 assists, a block and a half, a steal and a half. And he's doing this on 47, 34, 78 splits. And by the way, pretty good defense.
Yeah, they made him the feature of that team, moving on from Siakam and not Lowry, Van Vliet.
And now Anunoby's gone as well. I mean, he really is a centerpiece of that squad.
Yeah.
Paolo Banchero last year, I think we're all on the same. Yeah, he's a stud. And then Wembanyama, who really has had kind of a historically great. We talked about it, how Wembanyama's rookie year was actually better numbers wise than LeBron's. And when you look at just all time, now look, number for number, you got to be fair. Number for number, Shaq, I think, had a better rookie year. If we're going to go back like further, Wilt Chamberlain, like, we can't even count that. Like, dude averaged like 36 points a game his rookie year. ESPN made a list of some of the greatest rookie seasons ever, and the basketball ones we've already talked about. Tim Duncan, by the way, Wemby better. Kareem, by the numbers, better. Magic, Wembanyama's I think was better, but not by a ton. And then, dude, let's see if you ever top this. 37.6 points, 27 rebounds, MVP Rookie of the Year, and All-NBA First Team All-Star Wilt Chamberlain. Like, it's so ridiculous. You almost have to, it's like the figure skating judges. You have to take out the high and the low. Some other ones from other sports. Jim Brown's rookie year. Lawrence Taylor's rookie year. Dan Marino, CJ Stroud. Probably the best rookie year ever. Only one of 2 guys to get an MVP his rookie year was Ichiro. Ichiro won the MVP. The rookie of the year was an all-star, Golden Glove, and Silver Slugger.
Wow.
Fred Lynn was the other one that won rookie of the year. Jason, you and I, this is in our wheelhouse. Dwight Gooden's rookie year. And if he had 17 wins, 7 complete games, 276 strikeouts, and a 2.6 ERA. And if I'm not mistaken, I think his sophomore year was better. I think he had a 1.85 ERA and 300 strikeouts that year. And then you go to Lemieux, Ovechkin, if you want to get in there. Candace Parker's rookie year, Asia Wilson, Breanna Stewart, Tamika Catchings. And Wemby's right there with all of them. They're in a really the setup for a rivalry between Wemby and Chet Holmgren, also being in the same conference, is there as well. As you and I said, it's health, dude.
It's health. I think he's in the right organization. Hearing him, every time I've heard him, it sounds like a guy that wants to chase greatness, because I think when you're that good, it does kind of come easy. But you can't cut corners. Like, you have to be driven to be elite. I think he can just play this way and be a great player from here on out. But does he want to be one of the greats of all time? He's going to have to keep working. I think he can do it.
I want you to think of a question or think of an answer during the break. I'm going to ask you again. I know we talked about this briefly yesterday. Is Victor Wembanyama, where does he rank on your no trade list in the NBA? When we come back, we talked about sports beefs yesterday, or beeves, if you will, plural. Pat Riley versus Jimmy Butler. We have audio on that. We played earlier. We'll re-rack that. And Pat Riley always wins, but should he? That's the question. We'll be right back after this.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
Hagen Oaks Demo Days is in the home stretch, and this is your last chance to register for an individual fitting appointment with the manufacturer's fitting staff from Ping, TaylorMade, Mizuno, Callaway, Cleveland, Strixon, and Zexio. You've waited many long months for the new golf season, and Hagen Oaks has your new golf gear right now. Book your individual Hagen Oaks Demo Days fitting appointment. Call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for your personal fitting. Hagen Oaks, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway or HagenOaks.com.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics, the Hot Tub Store, and Kettleman's.
Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you're in the market for a new car, shop Folsom Lake Kia. Low interest rates, low payments, and zero down deals with approval of credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
Whitey here reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how an injury can turn anyone's life upside down. Whether it's a slip and fall, a car accident, or any other kind of injury. For almost 50 years, the Arnold Law Firm has been here to help you through the entire process to protect you and your family. If you are ever injured or in an accident, call the Arnold Law Firm. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777. That's 916-777-7777.
Taste on a whole new level at Sky River Casino in Elk Grove. Enjoy the height of hospitality, whether you're craving an upscale steakhouse, authentic Chinese hot pot and dim sum, or having a refreshing beverage while watching the game. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sponsored by Xfinity. Enjoy the entertainment you love with the Xfinity Stream app. Turn any screen into a TV and take the entertainment you love wherever you go. Xfinity, we connect you to more of what you love.
In a world where everybody and their mother makes a primed trim board, contractors have to ask one question. Do I know what's under the primer? Available at just about every lumber yard you can imagine. Vintage trim boards are made from lodgepole pine. That's the stuff telephone poles and railroad ties are made of. It's durable. It's straight. It's been doing the job for generations. Manufactured right here in the USA. Ask for it by name. VintageTrimboards.com.
Hagen Oaks Demo Days is in the home stretch, and this is your last chance to register for an individual fitting appointment with the manufacturer's fitting staff from Ping, TaylorMade, Mizuno, Callaway, Cleveland, Strixon, and Zexio. You've waited many long months for the new golf season, and Hagen Oaks has your new golf gear right now. Book your individual Hagen Oaks Demo Days fitting appointment. Call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for your personal fitting. Hagen Oaks, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway or HagenOaks.com.
Guys, this month only, Revive Men's Health Sacramento offers qualified patients a free supply of ED medication, plus a free ED treatment producing immediate results. Book your free exam and consultation today. Call 916-365-4566 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sacktown Sports.
Jason. Yes, that's one of the banes of my existence, what you just brought up yesterday. Is what is the move when you have seen someone on a regular basis for way too long and you have no idea what their name is?
Yeah.
And I can tell you there's probably at least 6 to 8 people in this building that qualify for me.
Right.
Where the move is just like, hey, hey, what's going on?
How are you?
And I'm always terrified. Like, my blood pressure goes up a little bit every time I talk to these people because I'm just afraid that one time they're going to be like, hey, do you know my name? And
I don't think they would ever do. Well, now they may.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we are playing in the speakers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I I don't ever know it, and like you can't ask them their name.
Right, it's too far along. Like
It's
if it's
too
the
far
first
along.
introduction, second introduction, there's a window, but the window's closed.
You know what you have to do? This is what I do: is get someone that they have never met before and introduce them first.
That's the move.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, hey,
the
this
move.
is Jake.
Yeah, and then they'll go, hey, Jake, and then they'll be like, hey, I'm Bonnie. Oh,
Right.
nice to meet you. The worst one is, and we do this all. This happens in our business. It will happen. I'll be at a Kings game, and it'll be like, Dave, what's up, man? And like I can tell they have familiarity with me, and we'll do like the bro hug or something. Be like, you remember me? I was at your show like 4 years ago, and I've agonized over this over the years, and this is totally going to screw me now. I always say, absolutely, I remember you, dude. How have you been? And like I'm aggressive about it.
Yeah.
I have no idea ever.
You just go, okay, all right, I got you.
All right. Yeah. And I would just say it. I'm lying.
Yeah.
But I'm lying because I'm trying to be polite. I don't want to offend the person and make them feel bad. And I also feel like it's kind of I have a terrible memory about things. I'll give an example. Yesterday, something major happened in Chris's life not that long ago. I won't go into what it was, but it's a major thing
that you should know. They should have remembered.
Not only should I have remembered, but I said, I have no recollection of this. Did you ever tell me? He goes, dude, you sent me like a couple of really nice text messages about it. And I was, oh, what? And to this, I racked my brain so hard yesterday after the show, and I have no memory of it. So in a situation like that, it's like, what do you do? I don't want to lie, but I don't want, what am I going to say? Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I don't remember you. Oh, you're so big and high and mighty, you can't remember me? Well, that makes me feel great. Am I unmemorable like that? And they probably wouldn't do that, but I don't know what the right way is. Are you honest and then hurt the person's feelings? Or do you lie through your teeth? But ultimately, hopefully they'll believe you and you have a great interaction and they feel good and you feel good and you move on.
Or have you ever had it where like you've made it through the conversation, you've gone separate ways, and then it clicks. You're like, oh,
yes,
I've got it. And now you almost want to run into them again and then go, because I've got more information that I've now recalled and go, just to prove like I know more. Like, oh yeah, I remember that time we were at whatever. And
this just happened in the last year. There was some sort of anniversary. Was it maybe 10 years Golden One Center? There was some sort of anniversary thing they were doing before a game at Golden One Center. And I was in this lounge area. There were a lot of people that were like involved in the thing there and this gentleman comes up that looked familiar, but I didn't recognize. Handshake, bro hug. Dude, how have you been? I've been great, man. How have you been? We have this like very friendly conversation. And then that's it. Is maybe, and there was something off about the conversation. I'll never forget it. And it was off on his, like I was doing something weird, but I didn't know what I was doing that was weird.
And meanwhile, you're racking your brain.
Racking my brain. I know this person. Did I used to work with him? No. Is he a Kings fan that I know? Was he at one of the route? No, but it's something. When the Maloofs were forced, I should say, to stay here from Anaheim. Remember the 1 year that we got to do the rally season tickets?
Yeah.
And the NBA got it? Okay. So I had a meeting at Arco in Craig Amazine's office, who was then a senior VP with the Kings. And it was Craig Amazine. It was the third guy in charge with the NBA, Chris Granger, who ended up being the Kings president, but he was third in line. He was like the vice commissioner, basically, and a guy named Aaron Ryan. And both of them worked for a part of the NBA called Teambo. I won't get into it, but basically it's the NBA's liaison to teams to strategize or see anyway. So we were talking about they wanted to know all about Sacramento, the grassroots, what makes fans tick here, blah, 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 blah. And then with both Chris and Aaron, when they would go back to New York, I would spend a lot of time texting and on the phone with them about different things that were being activated here and things we were talking about and all that. I mean, hours and hours and hours. The guy that I saw at the anniversary was Aaron Ryan, who I had an incredibly close relationship with, but only met in person once. And when I realized who it was when I got home, I was so embarrassed because this was a guy that was incredibly vital, who was a huge sounding board, very supportive, that I had a very good relationship with and talked on the phone for hours at a time with this dude, but I'd only met him once. And I think the weirdness is, I think in his eyes, and I might be making this up, he may not even think about this, I think he felt like I wasn't as excited as he was to see me as I was to see him. And had I remembered who it was, I would have bear hugged the guy, because I would have been more excited than him to see him, because he's a hero to me and I didn't remember him. And I have thought, Jason, weekly, do I call him and apologize? Because if I do, he's probably going to say, what are you talking about? I didn't. And then I admit that what happened. And I feel like everybody has had that.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like nobody has had that experience. It's just something unique to me because I'm an idiot when it comes to recognizing people. So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe you rhyme their names with something. I saw that once on videos my parents got me where there's a will, there's an A. It was supposed to teach you study habits.
Oh.
It was like, Albania, it borders on the Adriatic. I dropped out of high school.
Okay.
Sports beefs.
Yes.
Pat Riley is the emperor of kings of heat culture. He is the whatever name you want to call it.
He's also a client. He's the founder.
Yes, he is. He's not just a member. He's right. So Jimmy Butler had made a comment, something to the effect of, if I was on the floor, the Celtics would be going home, that type of thing. Jimmy was hurt for the end of the series. That got back to Pat Riley. He was asked about it, and he went in a little bit on Jimmy Butler, especially towards the end here.
So we played Boston 4 times, I think, in the playoffs since Jimmy's been here. So, you do develop some dislike for the other team, but they are this year, I think, the best team in the league, with the best roster in the league. They made some great moves. Brad Stevens did a great job in getting Holiday and Porzingis. They built their bench a little bit differently. And, for him to say that, I thought, is that Jimmy trolling or is that Jimmy serious? If you're not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut in your criticism of those teams.
We talked about it earlier, but listen, we got a lot of new audience here, and we appreciate everybody who listens for all 4 hours. But I think you and I both agree that's heat culture.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is safe. You say something dumb, and I think especially with Pat Riley, who literally wrote the book on the disease of more, of successful teams that eventually get greedy, want more money, want more recognition, want more this, want more that. You've got the unequivocated superstar of that team, Jimmy Butler, who said something that I think Pat Riley was really offended by and was protective of the other guys on the roster who had to not feel good when Jimmy said that. And I think Pat got in there and was like, no. And I think Jimmy Butler has 2 choices now. He can either come back and be like, yeah, that was kind of dumb. I'd like to come back, by the way. Can we work out a deal? But if Jimmy Butler's like, F that, this, that, whatever.
Digging in.
He ain't winning.
Yeah, and I guess that was the question I wrote here. It's like, Riley has won in all these things. Yes. But it feels like there's been a little bit of like some stars. He's been able to get, LeBron and Bosh and Shaq
and Ray Allen.
It's just amazing. But sometimes it feels like the end for some of those guys doesn't, I don't know. It's not always smooth. I feel like they respect him.
Yes.
But, there was a little tiff even with him and LeBron. Now I think it's fine. But it just, I guess because Riley always wins.
They don't have, there's other teams since Pat Riley's been in Miami that have more championships. But they got championships.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I don't know, whatever list of, since Pat Riley arrived as GM, I don't know where they are as far as best, worst record in the NBA, but I got to think they're in the top 3.
Yeah.
Miami, when it comes to that. They are perennial contenders. They're the team that they could be missing all their stars, and Kings fans know this, and they show up. You better be ready to play. And that Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, and remember, before Eric Spoelstra, it was Pat Riley.
Mm-hmm.
So they're almost like Pittsburgh Steeler-esque, but with more on-court success in a shorter time than Pittsburgh's had over the last 20 years. It works until it doesn't. I think it's still working.
Yeah.
Now, at some point, Pat Riley going to get a little too old and a little too crotchety for the league and say something and you just politely, we've mutually parted. Sure. Took a long time for Jerry West to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry still wouldn't mind Pat Riley coming to this organization.
Sure.
As a president of basketball operations. It's just nice to see that in this day and age that can still happen. We'll take a break. When we come back, when it comes to spotting talent in the NBA, it ain't easy. We've got to, everyone knows about Nikola Jokic, second round Taco Bell commercial during the draft. Well, there's another example here of it being an inexact science. We'll tell you who. Guess the player. We'll do that next. Sacktown Sports.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. And Sunday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code MONTHFREE by May 31st. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up! And call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Just go to newnordicusa.com or visit Walgreens or Amazon to purchase. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at newnordicusa.com.
Across Sacramento, air conditioners are firing up, and with them, power bills are going through the roof. Are you ready for your utility bill to soar even higher next month? Since 1980, Aztec Solar has helped thousands of homeowners save money because going solar is like getting an extra paycheck every month. We call it the Aztec Paycheck. How big of a paycheck? Find out at yourpowersavings.com. Visit yourpowersavings.com and Aztec Solar will text you how much money you'll save every month. Find out how much you'll save now at yourpowersavings.com. It's fast, easy, and reliable. Stop paying the power company and start paying yourself. Looking for a deal? Here's a timely offer from Aztec Solar. You can own a solar electric system for just $99.95. Cash price after incentives. Don't waste another dollar. Visit yourpowersavings.com and keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket. Aztec Solar. Solar and only solar since 1980.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary.
I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
A good way to remember someone's name when you first meet them. Write their name with your dominant hand on your non-dominant knee when you meet them for the first time or just after. Don't ask me, it works. So I write with my right hand on my...
Why would you ever write with your non-dominant hand?
That's a great point.
But so I go right hand to left knee. Dave.
That's way too much work.
You write that on your knee, and then you're walking around with Dave written on your knee.
That's what the text line says. Now you have a semi-permanent tattoo of Dave on your knee until you shower a couple
Sharpie, times. Crayon, pen,
I guess
pencil,
whatever makes the mark.
Tattoo.
Now that would work.
Yeah.
We're going to look like that dude from Memento.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is such a weird, yet good movie. Who's hot?
Really? I wouldn't expect you to like that movie.
I
liked it.
It bothered me because it was like in a video game where you have to solve puzzles and I just want to shoot the thing. But also, I really appreciated the creativity of it.
You do? It's not a straightforward story where we know how everyone ends up?
It's like Blair Witch Project. Like, the movie itself is whatever. But when somebody introduces like a completely new concept, in Memento's case, you're going backwards. I'm like, okay, like look, I thought I'd see. It's like when somebody introduces a new dunk. Maybe it's not the greatest dunk I've ever seen, but hey, almost every dunk's been done. That's a new one.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie once, Chris, by the way. It is not that rewatchable for me.
You know, it's going to end or begin.
Exactly.
I've forgotten enough of it. I think if I watched it again, I'd be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a long time. That's been like 20 years, right?
Has it been? Yeah, whatever happened to that guy? Whatever. He was in LA Confidential?
Yeah. Pierce.
Guy Pierce. Yes, he's still doing things.
He's probably been in like a few Marvel movies.
I think the last one I saw, he was in the Marvel movie where he was the fire guy. He was the Iron Man fire guy.
He got burned.
Yeah, he's the one that get mad.
Fire guy.
Throw the fire. He was fireman.
My favorite villain.
Yeah, fireman.
Fire. He's a fireman?
He's a fireman.
They needed the Fire Falcon to stop him.
Fire Falcon. I don't know.
You need to write the lyrics on your left knee.
Fire Falcon. Oh, that's on my arm. Who's hot?
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, he
He
is.
is.
Brunson scored 42 points in the Knicks' 121-117 win over the Pacers. He was 14 of 26 from the field and a perfect 14 of 14 from the free throw line.
That's pretty good.
He's also the first player in NBA history to have at least 40 points and made a 3 in 4 straight playoff games.
By the way, during the break, Simone took me aside. I haven't talked to her in a while, and she asked me for a favor. I think I'm 9 of 9 on favors Simone's asked me.
You been able to come through?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
About 9 of 9, Simone. I don't know why. I just have a soft spot for Simone. I don't know why. I don't like people, Jerry. You know this. It takes a long time.
Oh, I definitely know that.
Yeah, you
Are
know
you
that.
keeping score?
What do you think your record is with me, Dave?
Well, how many favors have you asked me?
I've asked quite a few.
How many doable favors have I not come through on? Can you remember any specifically? Because I can remember some that I have come through on.
Oh, you've come through a lot.
Yeah. I feel like if I can and you ask, I know you're not going to just ask.
I remember the weird one that you were going to be like, I can do this for you right now. It was when I was in Vegas for the Mayweather Ricky Hatton fight, which ironically is how I became a Manchester City fan. But you're like, hey man, I know you can't get into the fight. How would you feel about going to the UFC show at the same time? And it's like, no.
That's right. I do. I actually see that. I remember. I do remember that. I don't remember major events that happened in your life, but I remember. Well, and then what was it last year in Portland? I had the seat ready for Frankie.
Yeah, you're like over on Frankie.
I'm over. That's
no,
twice.
that doesn't count. Over from him, from accepting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I've tried, but I generally...
I get where he was. He was in a tough spot.
I get it. Yeah. But anyways, so you're welcome.
He was worried about the PD that's not here anymore.
Yeah, I hated PD.
Yeah.
PD.
He didn't want to cry with you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he would have been on TV too. That's a good decision by Frankie. Yeah. Who's not?
The Denver Nuggets.
Hey.
They lost their second game to the Timberwolves, 106-80. They shot 29 of 83 on the night for a shooting percentage of 34.9%. Also not good from three. They were 9 of 30, shooting 30%.
You know who else isn't hot? Buddy Hield.
His last game, he was good.
Listen to Daryl Morey, his general manager. Have you heard this yet?
Mm-hmm. Buddy Hield was a significant deadline.
Being asked about Buddy Hield, he was significant. I know you guys can't hear this. Talk a little bit about Buddy Hield's end of the season and how it went, and blah, blah, blah. They're asking Daryl Morey, the GM of the Sixers, on Buddy Hield and where he is now. And I'm vamping.
Yeah, I think at no fault to Buddy's. I think the fit was less good than I thought. Good. He got, obviously most of his time was without Joel. But I thought when Joel was back that his impact and his shooting, that he'd get more open shots. He didn't. And so, that's on me that it didn't work out as well as we hoped.
There's more there, but
yeah, there's a lot more.
Voof.
Yeah.
Shall we go streaking?
Okay.
Let's go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking.
Hey. Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go.
Jaron Duran.
Reflex.
Jake Cronenworth, Shohei Ohtani, and Jaron Duran.
Yeah.
We are not going 0 for 12 tomorrow.
Going to 0-16.
Damn it, Jason. We will take a break. When we come back, as I said earlier, we will get into the inexact science of assessing talent in the National Basketball Association with one in particular player. I think a lot of teams wish they hadn't passed on right now. No, we're not talking about Nikola Jokic. It's somebody else. Who is it? Oh, my God. Oh, are we going to know? Yes, you will. Next.
Kevin Herter plays here.
It's Herter. He's been hot. He fires. He's still hot. Kevin Herter from downtown has a 15-point first quarter.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Hey, movie fans, playing this week at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the IMAX experience.
This was a human place. It is not yours.
It is now, isn't it? The combination of groundbreaking visuals and the immersive experience of the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen will make this an epic event. Don't miss out on the opportunity to see the next chapter, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, at the Esquire IMAX Theater. Grab your tickets at IMAX.com/Sacramento and reserve your seat today.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics, the Hot Tub Store, and Cattleman's.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Lowe's knows pros need the right tools for every job. That's why we sell the largest in-store selection of Klein tools anywhere. Find new items launching exclusively at Lowe's, like the self-leveling laser level for just $159.98. Plus, shop the Connect socket set for just $49.98. Get Klein tools in-store and online today, because Lowe's knows tools. Lowe's knows pros.
Hagen Oaks Demo Days is in the home stretch, and this is your last chance to register for an individual fitting appointment with the manufacturer's fitting staff from Ping, TaylorMade, Mizuno, Callaway, Cleveland, Strixon, and Zexio. You've waited many long months for the new golf season, and Hagen Oaks has your new golf gear right now. Book your individual Hagen Oaks Demo Days fitting appointment. Call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for your personal fitting. Hagen Oaks, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway or HagenOaks.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your flagship station for the Beam team.
Should we light the beam? Light the beam, baby.
Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Final hour of the program. Still a lot to get to, including Crosstalk with Styles and Watkins at 9:43, along with celebrity birthdays. We're going to get to the what a difference a year makes between the A's and the Giants. We'll talk about that next. Before we get to the inexact science, it's a great way to put it, of scouting players. Yeah. Chris, Jason, just saw this article during the break, which is, of course, dangerous. Just wanted to throw this out there. There are a number of teams in the United States, NFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, minor league, high school, college, whatever. How many teams in the U.S. would you say, just take a guess, are currently outdrawing the Oakland Athletics?
Oh, so we're counting professionally?
Professional, minor, any team in the United States that plays sports.
Any kind of sport.
Any kind of sport. Could be the national, the Louisville dog races. I don't know. Team sports, individual, whatever.
About 210.
210. So 30 pretty much in the 4 major leagues. So that right there would be
120
over 100.
Some minor leagues and
yeah.
Colleges.
Chris?
So these are with scouting departments.
Huh.
Wait,
No.
I'm sorry. What's your question?
No.
How many teams in the United States are outdrawing the Oakland Athletics, regardless of level?
Gotcha.
Regardless of
So
level.
wait, what about college? Are you
College
counting that?
counts.
Okay.
Oh, then I might be low.
I'm going to say 317.
And you said 2. You can adjust it.
450.
I'm going to go 456.
533 teams.
I got you, Jason.
533 teams are currently outdrawing the Oakland Athletics. 3 indoor football league franchises, 2 college wrestling teams, a professional women's volleyball team, 11 American Hockey League teams, 13 minor league baseball teams led by the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, 12 NWSL, that's women's soccer clubs, 7 WNBA teams, and 3 women's hockey teams as well. Even 2 Division III football teams, the Wisconsin Whitewater Warhawks, say that 3, that's www. And the St. John's Johnnies. Those are in Minnesota, not New York. This is, by the way, I want to just say this, this is in no way, shape, or form a rip on A's fans whatsoever. It is a rip on John Fisher. Congratulations, John. You've done wonders with the A's. Welcome to Sacramento. Can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Can't wait.
All right, Jason. So you want to be an NBA scout. You got to pick a player.
Yeah.
All right.
And these guys are smart and gals.
They
People
are.
that are in these groups and teams and decision makers. They're good at this.
They very much are. They absolutely are, I think.
Yeah.
It's like referees. The bad calls stand out far more than the good calls.
Sure.
So anybody in mind you got?
Well, I'm going to read you a profile of someone that's still playing right now in the NBA playoffs. This is what was discussed when you read like mock drafts. Kings are going to be coming up. We'll find out the draft lottery, likely going to be picking around 13. So we'll look at people they're describing around that area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this person, when it was listed strengths coming out of college, strengths included leadership. Okay, I like that. But that's the first thing. NBA ready.
Okay.
Good ball handler. Starts and stops or strong change of direction. Has a chance to have a nice, long, solid career. Okay. No, it doesn't sound like anything
pretty nondescript.
Flashy, though.
No.
Weaknesses. Quickness.
Okay.
Size.
Hey, now, upsizematters.com.
Overall potential. And defense.
Oh, not a good defender, huh?
Okay. And the NBA comps, which is always a dangerous thing to do, who this person coming out of college was linked to, was the likes of Mark Jackson or Derek Fisher.
Wow. Those are
Which,
two.
again, I mean, Mark Jackson is one of the all-time assist leaders.
Yeah.
Derek Fisher had a nice, long career.
Is this person...
And this person went in the second round of the draft.
Okay.
This person is still in the NBA playoffs right now.
Okay. Obviously, we're not talking about Nikola Jokic.
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
because size, right?
Yeah.
And this person is killing it.
The answer is, I already know, and I'm just vamping for the audience.
So as they all catch up, this person just wrapped up his 4th consecutive 40-point game in the playoffs. And 3 other people have done it in the history of the like. Again, it's Jalen Brunson, obviously.
That's insane.
How does something like not even him dropping to 33 is really not even really the question? Because I think if you looked at the beginning of the career, you'd go, yeah, he's solid.
Fine.
Even at Dallas, like at the end of Dallas, there were some glimpses here. What he's become, like, I'm not even. This is kind of not even to poke fun at scouts. How Rick Carlisle was talking about. He's like, he coached him. He's like, nobody saw this.
No.
And so he coached him. He practiced him. He had good work ethic. He knew his dad played. How would you ever plan for that? Like Tom Brady, how would you ever predict Brock Purdy? How does that? That's the inexact part. Like we could all look at Victor Wembanyama and go, yeah, I see it.
Sure.
I see it. Now, I don't know what Victor Wembanyama will ultimately be, but I would never. How would you get this to where Jalen Brunson is now? How does this happen?
His rookie year with Dallas, he was 22 years old. Jalen Brunson was. He played 73 games. He averaged 9 points, 3 assists, 2 boards, and had 38 games he started.
By the way, on that too, I saw as one of a negative his draft age
at 22.
Mm-hmm. But that he wasn't 18. He wasn't 19.
Year 2 averaged just over 8 points, 3 assists, 2 boards, pretty much the exact same numbers, except he dropped a point. Year 3 with Dallas, okay, a little jump here, 12.5 points, 3 boards, 3.5 boards, 3.5 assists.
Did minutes go up? What happened?
Minutes went from 17.9 to 25.
Okay.
He started 12 of 68 games.
But that doesn't look like anything. Just looks like a role player.
Year 4, his final year in Dallas, 79 games, started 61 of them, shot 50% from the field, 37% from behind the arc, 84% from the line, 4 boards, just under 5 assists, 16.3 points.
Okay, now that's the one, though. What did he do in the postseason? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Luka got hurt, and then he started to go in whatever his last year with Dallas.
And then his last year in Dallas, he had 21 points, 4.5 boards, 3.5 assists.
This is in the playoffs?
This is in the playoffs, his final year with Dallas.
So that's where then when he got the contract, some people thought that's a bit much for
Yes,
Jalen
they
Brunson.
did. I wouldn't say that I came out strongly not in favor of it, but it was like, here's New York.
Yeah.
It's almost like they have to, I think at one point I said they have to pay a New York tax weirdly enough to get them to go there.
Because they haven't been landing guys.
No.
Like, this is your prize. This is the big free agent.
And he's basically making not too much more than Harrison Barnes. In fact, he's on a declining contract.
And he's incredible.
His first year with Dallas, 24 points, 6 assists, 3.5 boards. This year, 28.7 points, 3.5 boards, 6.7 assists on 48% shooting, 40 from behind the arc.
Yeah.
He's going 48, 40, 85 on his splits.
I would say of the 41 teams that came through, or the 41 games the Kings played at home, he was the most impressive visitor. Now there's better players.
Yeah.
But like seeing him when he took over that game, it was like, man, the Kings and Knicks, that was an intense game, low scoring. I think he had 40 something and when they had like 90. He almost had half their points. You're going, man, they cannot stop this guy.
He's 6'2", just decided 200 pounds. Not incredibly. I mean, he's quick. Don't get me wrong, but he ain't like Iverson.
No, it's not Fox.
But not Fox. He just has this ability to find position, contort his body, hang in the air, do all these crazy. He just gets buckets. And when you look, Jason, starting 10 years ago, that's when you had Jokic go in the second round. It's almost every year. Joe Harris went 33. I mean, he's had a good NBA career.
Draymond's a second rounder.
Draymond was a second rounder earlier. Spencer Dinwiddie, number 38, second round. Jeremy Grant, 39. Jordan Clarkson, 46. You can go year to year. We won't do that, obviously, but you could almost go year to year, and you're gonna find, and this is for Kings fans to say, the pick's too low. Okay, well, Montrezl Harrell, 32. The following year, Rashawn Holmes, 37. Josh Richardson, 40. Pat Connaughton, 41. Marcus Thornton, 45. Norm Powell, 46. I mean, these aren't names that jump off the screen, but they're all names that would have gone higher had anyone known. Hell, DeJounte Murray was number 29 the year after. He's an all-star. Malcolm Brogdon, rookie of the year, number 36 the following year. So there's always going to be guys that just kind of slip through, and that's really where, oh, wow, look at Tyler Ulis, number 34 out of Kentucky. I thought he was going to have a much better career than he did.
Yeah, and I think where scouts, and I get why they do that, I think what they're looking at is what is your potential.
Yeah.
And so when you probably saw someone like Jalen Brunson, you see some limitations and you get caught up in that. Like people generally lean towards, well, you can't teach size. I got to draft the 7-footer because they played well in college. They have a chance to be so much better. This still feels like a big man's game.
Right.
But if you could play, you can play. And I think if you're going, well, he's too small or too slow, or like, I don't know. Do you look more at what the limitations seem to be or what you think?
So you pitching Zach Edey here?
No, I'm saying that's the one I think where people can get confused. Like,
I got you.
If it's Zach Edey versus, I don't have a current, I wish my college basketball, I'm trying to think of another comp of someone that we go, well, he's a really good college player.
Well, let's go back a year. Let's say Jaime Jaquez.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched all that, well, not all, a lot of his games. And I went, yeah, I don't see this incredible flash, but man, he sure knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing out there. And then you put him on a team surrounded by good players. Like, yeah, he looks pretty darn good.
I think it was Houston this year. I'm talking about men's college basketball. The one of the players that really, what is Houston in the Big 12?
I forget. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, they are. All right. So there was one player, you'll remember him, that we saw in the postseason, Jamal Shedd.
Oh, yeah.
Who's a senior. He's 6'1", 200, averaging 13 points, 3.7 boards.
Yeah, he had some Brunson vibes.
6 assists. That's exactly the comp that I thought with Jamal Shedd was, oh, my God. And then you remember the overtime. Like, everybody fouled out for Houston, but Jamal Shedd, and he just absolutely carried them.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, this guy, his game looks like Jalen Brunson. But then you get to the mock draft, and you're like, all right, Jamal Shedd, he's coming out, no problem there. Oh, they currently have Zach Edey going 30th in the first round. Now this is on Tankathon to the Celtics, but I'm rolling through the second round here, and Jamal Shedd, speaking of the Celtics, number 54.
Wow, so barely in the draft,
and a guy that I look at him I look at him at Houston, and I go, okay, Brunson's got an inch on him, don't get me wrong, but how do you as a scout differentiate between Jamal Shedd when you're seeing him going against top flight programs in the tournament and having that kind of success? How do you differentiate and go, yeah, he does have a decent comp with Jalen Brunson, but he's not Jalen Brunson. We're going to draft him 54. That's always amazing.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take a break. When we come back, what a difference a year makes. Baseball edition, A's versus Giants. In the meantime, what a difference not having to pay those insane energy bills to SMUD and PG&E make as well. Hi. Hey. Carmichael Dave here to talk to you about my friends at American Energy. In fact, I'm going to see the guys this Friday, as a matter of fact, for a little 90-degree golf. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as PG&E up to $9,000, and they'll do all the paperwork. You just got to install one of these many incredible AC options available to you right now. Stop with the fluctuating gas bills in the winter. Switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let American Energy perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy. Make the uncomfortable comfortable. 30 seconds, guys, when we come back. A's, Giants this year, last year. Yeah, we'll look at all of it next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, 2, Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Since suffering a lingering hamstring strain on January 9th, Tyrese Halliburton's scoring production and overall efficiency have, quite frankly, Jason, fallen off a cliff. Pre-injury, 33 games. He averaged 23.5 points, 12.5 assists, 40% from beyond the arc, 63.3% true shooting. In the 43 games since, 16.5 points, 9.4 assists, 32% from beyond the arc, 56.8 true shooting. Now, he came back and played through it. Perhaps it was to hit that 65-game threshold, but he ain't been the same guy. And let's be perfectly honest, Jason Ross. And, I know around here this is a sensitive topic, the whole we're not even going there. This is just NBA. When you look at their near win yesterday, and I do think they got a little screwed.
Yeah.
36 minutes, Jason. He was 2 of 6. All but one of those were shots from behind the arc. 8 assists, 4 steals, 3 turnovers, minus 12, 6 points. That is not good.
No, and he didn't get Brunson a lot. They were trying to get switches and get him. The Knicks were trying to get him to guard him, and they were seeking him out a little bit. When he hit the 3 late in the half, it felt like the Knicks had done a good job coming back. Then the Pacers score. I think Tyrese hit the 3 that made it 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And what seemed at the time like a throwaway play, there's Hartenstein from half court. Boom. I mean, every point adds up. You're like,
everyone.
You're not expecting a 3-pointer from your center from beyond half court. And when you win a game by 4 points, that was a big deal.
Yeah. So
Hartenstein.
I think in the end, it's very obvious the Kings win the trade. Sabonis doesn't have a turnover so far in the playoffs.
No, he's been really good.
He has been excellent. Hasn't missed a shot.
No. Made all his free throws.
On this day last year, Jason, the Oakland A's began the day 8-26.
Oof.
They were 12 games out of first already.
Oh, man.
And it gets better. They were about to go on a run where they lose 19 of 21.
Oh, that's a negative run.
That's 2-19.
They're going 2 of their next 19 starting this day last year.
Starting this day.
Let's hope they don't do that now, because yesterday actually I thought they were going to win. They're up 2-0 late. Seager homered, and they added one more. But that would have been a great win against the Rangers because the Mariners had lost 2. This could have been even, back to 500.
Yes.
Could have had them within, I think, a game and a half at first, but they're still all right.
They lose 19 of 21 on what is, I think, safe to say, a far lesser-known May holiday, Siete de Mayo.
Yeah, underreported.
Well, you've got the 4th for the Star Wars people. Yeah. You have Cinco de Mayo, but Siete de Mayo is actually an older holiday than all of them, which honors the creation and techniques used to make mezcal.
That's what it's for.
That is what Siete de Mayo is all about. I'm just looking to see if Chris is looking that up or not.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Okay.
I thought and then the next day they're like, all right, 8 is enough.
Ocho de Mayo, not a thing.
Yeah.
Not a thing. The Giants.
Diaz de Mayo's becoming a big thing.
Diaz de Mayo?
Uh-huh.
What is it? Like the 10th of May?
Yeah.
What's that for?
Oh, it's a big
huge thing. In which they celebrate.
You think Cinco de Mayo is great?
This is double the fun?
Imagine doubling it.
Yeah.
We'll do it again. Better.
Right.
Twice.
And 20 de Mayo? Better call an Uber. Right? The 20th of May?
Yeah.
Okay. It's as high as I can go.
Oh.
30 de Mayo? Is that the 30th? I'm not bilingual. I'm lingual curious. I think I'm not quite there yet. I don't know what
You're an idiot.
I am a total
That was good, though.
I am a stupid idiot. Why don't they fire me? The Giants were 15-17, 4 games back in the tough NL West. Stop it.
You said it.
I know. Now they're 15-21, with the third worst run differential in the National League.
So there's that.
Update.
Uh-oh. What do you got?
The A's are currently 17-19. Oh. They've lost 2 in a row.
Come on, A's. Let's go.
Come on, A's. But they lost the last one. I mean, they beat the holy heck out of the Marlins. They beat them 23-5 through that until the last game. You
can't beat a fish. I mean, come on.
They beat the fish.
Yeah.
And now the Rangers come in and double them up 4-2. Yeah,
they're the champs. And they got Boch.
They got Boch, and whoever started for them, what was that? Andrew Leclerc. Who was that? Jose Leclerc. Oh. Remember Andrew Leclerc? Q. Was he out of Florida?
Yeah,
it's center, right? Yeah, I remember that. 12:37, first pitch both today and tomorrow. If you get a chance,
tomorrow. Look what's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Sears and not Jared Lorenzen. Sears and Michael Lorenzen.
Jared Lorenzen. No, but do you see what tomorrow is? The day you and your dad would have waited for as a kid. When you were a kid.
Oh, it's a doubleheader.
A rare doubleheader. Let's go. Let's go to both games tomorrow.
Ooh, probably not.
Why?
Well, I was thinking, I wonder if those seats are available.
I bet they might be.
The only thing I can think of better than sitting in those seats for a game is sitting in those seats for 2 games.
Right.
Although at some point, don't you start getting itchy tush like on those seats? Like you're talking like 6 hours.
What's the longest baseball game you've ever been to?
I was at an 18-inning game at Candlestick Park. It was Giants-Phillies circa 88, 7, something like that. Yeah.
16-inning game.
I got to be honest, man. At one point, you're just like, please end.
Yeah, but then I'm like in it for the duration. Like, I don't want to leave because is this going to be 30 innings? Is it going to be like one more pitch? Like, you just don't know. But what I did know is I went to an 18-inning game. It's been years now. It was the A's and Yankees in Oakland. And the only bummer was concession stopped.
That's
like
dumb.
At that point, you're like, hey, okay, look, we need to reload on water or something.
You need concessions.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And then, apropos nothing, I just want to play this. I don't know why it made me think of this. Game 5, World Series, 2014, Giants versus Cardinals, tied up at 3, bottom of the 9th, Travis Ishikawa at the plate.
Travis Ishikawa hits one into right. The Giants win the pennant. The Giants.
I know what you were doing.
You know exactly what I was doing. That's why I let it run. Let that be a lesson to any broadcaster out there, TV specifically. Joe Buck, high drive, deep right, and the Giants win the pennant. By the way, didn't go for the hole, and the Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant, which was there. 50 seconds he laid out.
Yeah, Ishikawa clearly rounded the bag. Mm-hmm. The mob at the plate, that's already scattered and broken up a little bit. And I was wondering if he was the next voice, or I don't know who the analyst was, maybe Smoltz.
Sure.
I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I think
if they were going to speak next, but it was him.
It's exactly.
What can you say better than what you're looking at?
It is a perfect call of a huge moment. Joe Buck gets a lot of crap. That
I think he's phenomenal.
I do too. I think he's fantastic. But you and I are in the minority, I think. I don't know. Maybe we're not. Maybe it's a loud minority. I don't know. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch tonight? And there's a lot. We got a couple of doubleheaders here. Not that kind of doubleheader, but the other one. And then crosstalk, celebrity birthdays, and more. Don't go away. We're right back after this.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. Outstanding ball movement by Sacramento.
Every triple, every jam, every Kings win.
Sabonis with the jam over the Joker. He's got the three-point shot.
Get your Kings fix all season long.
Right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings.
Here's a steal by Fox, the breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
Sacktown Sports at SacktownSports.com.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herbs Bonnie plants for $10. Plus, get 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic raised bed soil for $15. Shop spring savings early this year, in-store and online today. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/15. Bonnie offer in-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii while supplies last.
Remarkable change begins with daring to be different. Baby, I'm on a mission with Boost Mobile, putting the latest phones in the hands of more people. Introducing the Signature Coach Prime Razor, only from Boost Mobile. Rush to your nearest Boost Mobile retailer and get your Signature Coach Prime Razor on us. Get after it.
When you switch in with ID verification, select plans only. Offer valid 4/19/24 through 5/23/24. While supplies last. Taxes extra. New customers only. Must remain active and in good standing on the $60 a month plan for 6 months to receive all credits. Offer subject to change.
Progressive presents Flo and JB announcing a monster truck rally.
And here comes the Obliterator. Whoa! And he's up on 2 wheels. That can't be safe. I don't recommend flipping your car backwards. Did he even check his blind spot? And the car's on fire. I definitely don't recommend that. This is one of my recurring nightmares.
Progressive is all about keeping it safe, so bundle your home and auto for 24/7 protection. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Coverage not provided for monster trucks. Not available in all states.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples Print Perfect Guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. And 6-1, visit staples.com/print for details.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It ignites something inside of you. Lightning and the thunder. Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder. In a world where everybody and their mother makes a primed trim board, contractors have to ask one question. Do I know what's under the primer? Available at just about every lumberyard you can imagine. Vintage trim boards are made from lodgepole pine. That's the stuff telephone poles and railroad ties are made of. It's durable. It's straight. It's been doing the job for generations. Manufactured right here in the USA. Ask for it by name. VintageTrimboards.com.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
Right now, you're missing all the fun at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range powered by Top Tracer. It's the place to be this summer in Sacramento. Whether you're an accomplished player or a newbie, there's something for everyone at the Hagen Oaks Nighttime Driving Range. Golf is happening right now, and the Hagen Oaks Driving Range is the perfect place to see what the fuss is all about. The Hangout Food Truck offers tasty bites and craft beers on the brand new relaxed patio, and with a free concert schedule, there's always something for everyone at the Hagen Oaks Driving Range. Join the fun tonight until midnight. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
A little sad yesterday.
Made it.
You made it?
Yeah, I'm around you.
God, because I'd moved the garbage on you.
Yeah.
Jason shot a wad in the garbage can. Wad of paper.
Jeez.
Nice, dude. You guys are the worst.
You need to go home.
Yeah, I do need to go home. Yeah. It's been a memorable show. We appreciate all of you who stuck throughout. There've been some nuggets, and I'm not just talking Denver. It was a little sad yesterday when after the show, Christopher Lott hit up the group chat, revealed that he was wearing a Morrissey shirt.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the shirt. How often do you look at a guy's shirt? I mean, you are now. But if I had gone home and said, "Hey, I was wearing a Huddersfield Town shirt today," would you have remembered it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, okay then.
I would have said, even if I didn't. Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but I would have said something. But was it like a black shirt with like tiny writing or something?
It
crap?
was
It was gray.
It was gray,
Yeah.
and it just said Morrissey on it.
Right. That sounds like a Morrissey
And
shirt.
it had the guys from Blood and Blood Out
I
on
was
it.
depressed.
Just Morrissey. It's gray.
It's depressing.
You go to their merch line at a Morrissey show. It's just like everyone's.
Oh no,
just,
this is a fan art.
Oh, is it fan art?
Much better.
Much better. I can think of nothing more invigorating than drawing Morrissey shirts.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me.
It gives me life.
Bet you Morrissey would do a diss track against Meat.
He did do that.
Oh, did he?
Meatloaf?
Yeah, we call it Meat or R.I.P. Loaf. Mr. Loaf. You ain't telemarketers when they call me Loaf.
Can I speak to Mr. Loaf?
I speak to Mr. Loaf. Hey, call me Meat. The Cavs and Celtics open up their series tonight in Boston. That is game one. A couple of series openers tonight, Jason. We got the doubleheader on the TNT. Cavs Celtics. That's at 4, followed by the Mavs and Thunder. Feel the Thunder, Lightning, and the Thunder.
I'm anxious for that one.
6:30. I am too. Let's play it. It's time to play.
Ooh.
Celtics host the Cavs. We haven't done this in a few shows. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, pregame coin toss, and circle gets the square. Christopher Laud, you get the first guess. Who is favored in the Celtics-Cavs game tonight, and by how much?
Celtics by 8.5.
Jason Ross.
That was my exact number.
Does Jason go higher or lower?
Celtics by 9.5.
So Chris says 8.5.
Which is what I wanted.
You said 9.5. You went higher. Jason, you chose correctly. Oh, my goodness. And you had room to spare. The Boston Celtics are favored by 12.5 points.
Whoa.
Against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like a cash grab.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic, James Harden's favorite players. A couple of free throw merchants going at it. Will Luka Doncic leave the buffet in time to get there for the opening tip? Thunder hosts the Mavericks. Who is favored and by how much? Play along at home, please.
Am I first this time?
Yes, you are, sir. Thunder.
Dallas by 2.5.
Dallas by 2.5 in Oklahoma City. What a call by Jason Ross. If it's right, I think most people would have picked Oklahoma City. Chris Roulard.
Thunder 1.5.
Thunder 1.5. Dallas 2.5. The correct answer is 3.5.
Dallas.
For your Oklahoma City Thunder, circle gets the square 1-1. You guys split it.
Hey, can you let your friend know?
My friend isn't going to touch either of these games at this point. Nope. Although if he was going to touch one, it would probably be the Thunder. 3.5 at home. I think
on that.
I think you take OKC.
I was going to say, let your friend know that Dallas might be the play.
It'll be very interesting. You got a lot of playoff experience with Kyrie Irving. You have some playoff. I mean, Luke has been to the Western Conference Finals.
You got sausage arms and cankles.
Will Luka eat him up? Or will Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? You know what? There's an underrated little fun storyline brewing here is that you may have cousin on cousin crime in the Western Conference Finals, if Oklahoma City and Minnesota win, you're going to have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who are going to face off against each other, who grew up together.
Well, pardon my French.
I got to wonder, so you got the Alexanders as the combo, but where the hell is the Gilgeous coming from? And are they both Canadian? I think they are, right? Oof. The Battle of Canada, literally maple syrup and leaves flying everywhere.
And just polite.
Super polite, like handshakes.
Yeah.
Remember when it was a really big deal that now that you think about it in retrospect, I don't know if it's weirder or not, but just strange that it was such a big deal. Whenever Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas would kiss each other before playoff games.
Yeah.
That was like a huge thing. That was before the Magic HIV thing, by the way. And then that spiraled into something incredibly stupid. But before that, you had a couple of NBA players giving each other smacks on the lips. I'm just wondering, like, what does that happen today? How would that go?
Yeah.
If who would it be? I'm going to guess. I'm going to say Anthony Edwards. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of the one that would be the funniest combination. And Nikola Jokic. Why?
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's because one's really short.
Really short.
Well, like Magic did have to kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Who
has
is the shortest player in the league right now? Isaiah Thomas?
Might be.
So if like Wembanyama and Isaiah Thomas.
That'd be like if Aaron Judge and Altuve
Yeah.
hugged. Who is the shortest person in the world? No. Player in the NBA. No, not Muggsy Bogues. For the 23-24 season, we're both wrong. Marquise Noel, a 5'8" point guard who went undrafted last year but signed a two-way deal with the Toronto Raptors. How did you not know that, Jason?
I should have. My bad.
Oh, Marquise, 5'8". Jacob Gilyard is 5'9". He plays for the played a little bit for the Grizzlies. Jordan McLaughlin's 5'11", Timberwolves. And then Chris Paul and Fred VanVleet are both 6 feet tall. Now we know Muggsy Bogues is the shortest. Oh, you're looking. Muggsy Bogues.
I can't see it.
You can't see it?
Mm-mm.
All right. Muggsy Bogues is the shortest player in the NBA at 5'3" of all time. Spud Webb is the third shortest of all time at 5'7", but there was one guy in between them.
Oh, I think I do know that. Wait, Spud was what? 5'7"?
5'7". Muggsy was 5'3". This guy's 5'5".
Oh yeah, I think I got it.
He averaged as much as 14.6 points per game in a single season. Played 13 years in the NBA.
Yeah. Was he a Warrior and a Nugget?
I believe he was.
He Earl Boykins?
Not girl kids, boy kids.
Yeah.
Earl Boykins.
He could really play.
Earl the Pearl Boykins. That's not what they called him. Good for them.
Yeah.
There's hope for all of us. I liked Earl Boykins too. Wasn't Del Curry pretty short? 6 foot, 6'1"? No, he was taller. Eh.
I don't think so. I think he was taller.
You're probably right. We'll take
Del Curry, I feel like 6'3".
I think Steph Curry was the first player I ever had on my fantasy team that I had their dad on my fantasy team. I had Del Curry like as a reserve, like at the very end of his career when he was with, I think, the Hornets. And then the whole Steph thing. Yeah, exactly.
I pay my taxes.
I drive whatever lane I want. When we come back, celebrity birthdays, crosstalk with Styles and Watkins, and more. All coming up next right here. Sacktown Sports.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Styles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, Our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics, the Hot Tub Store, and Cattleman's.
Do you hear that? That's your air conditioner working overtime this summer. But it's not just the temperature that's rising, so is your electric bill. Stop paying sky-higher rates for your electricity with a solar electric system from Aztec Solar. Finally, you can calculate your monthly savings when you go solar without sitting through a 2-hour in-home sales pitch. Visit yourpowersavings.com and Aztec Solar will text you how much you'll save each month by going solar. Since 1980, Aztec Solar has helped thousands of homeowners with solar pool heating, solar electricity, and backup energy storage. Going solar is like getting an extra paycheck every month. How much will your paycheck be? Find out at yourpowersavings.com. Yourpowersavings.com. Looking for a deal today? Now you can own a solar electric system for just $99.95 cash offer after incentives. Act now. This offer expires soon. Aztec Solar. Solar and only solar since 1980.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. One-stop Honda shop.
Capital Casino has been serving the greater Sacramento area in the same convenient downtown location for over 20 years, with plenty of close-by, well-lit parking monitored by security staff and offering the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Best food, best service, and the best action. That's Capital Casino. For more information on tournaments and gaming, check out their website at capital-casino.com. And please remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey! Good to see you guys. Yeah. How you been? Okay. Hey, Alan, I know you've got a show to do tomorrow. Any consideration at all of taking the day off and going to A's Rangers doubleheader tomorrow?
I'd love to.
2 for 1.
I'd love to, but I cannot.
No. Really? Just take a little Comrex, do it from
I would.
row 3.
I was just telling Chris we're going to start doing some play-by-play clips on social media. So
I kind of think you could go. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh,
what's up?
What? You're going to do what? You're going to do play-by-play? What? No, help me out here. What? So, like, you're going to go to a game and do some play-by-play?
No, we're not going to games, really. It's just highlights that are Chris, we played a highlight of baseball yesterday.
Okay.
And Chris said, hey, man, and I've heard it plenty of times, hey, I think you'd be good, your type of energy in the baseball booth.
Yeah.
I think, obviously your back, it would be cool. So I said, you know what, Chris, that's a good idea. And I've done play-by-play for basketball, things like that. Hasn't happened with baseball yet. So I'm taking matters to my own hands when highlights for, might even be all teams, but mostly Giants and A's. And I'm going to give my sizzle spin on it and start a little series.
So
see how people like it.
Is this going to be more like someone in the booth play-by-playing, or more like Scott Van Pelt going through SportsCenter highlights, or a combo?
A combo. It's not going to be and one, oh baby, but it's going to be refreshing.
Okay. I want to know when this happens.
I just figured it out this morning and then confirmed it.
Chris looked a little surprised.
He just told me this morning. I didn't know we were going public with it.
Also,
I didn't either. I didn't
public,
either, but you know,
I feel like if you ask the A's, by the way, being that we run their games, I'm pretty sure all their press boxes aren't filled. I don't know why you guys couldn't take a Comrex and just go do the show live from there. I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm just saying.
You always make things sound so simple, Dave. And then when I talk to people,
you call them up. You say, "Hey, we want
the red light. The green lights turn to red."
You got a 12:30 game. Our show's noon to 4. Can we grab one of the press boxes and do our live show from there? And we're just coming to you live from the A's game.
That'd be awesome.
Why wouldn't we be able to do that, Jason? If you were still the PD, would you okay that?
Sure.
See, it's easy.
I don't think that's the issue.
I don't think Jose's not going to okay it. Who's the issue here? Tell me.
They're just going. I don't know.
Tell me.
I'll let you know once we have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to ask for you? Would you guys? No.
You guys stop pointing.
Yeah.
We've done this before.
No.
My name's Bennett. I'm not in it.
No, but what I like is but here's what's cool is I do all the complaining internally.
Yeah.
But you guys get blamed for it.
That's right.
That
is
so true. I love you guys. It's so great.
Yeah.
It's like a big bullet sponge just right in front of me. It's like a shield. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
You know.
All right.
What is happening?
Today,
me and Jason are getting out of here. We're going to River Cats.
Before we get to, are you going to broadcast live?
I'd love to. Well, that is actually. Wait, did we talk to you guys about the home runs?
No.
Oh, we're doing home run derby.
Oh yes.
Are you really?
Frankie and I are pitching it to the River Cats next home stretch, and whoever wants to participate here, we're going to get on the field. You can use whatever you want, but the main thing is Chris and I have a bet whether or not I will hit a home run.
You're right.
How many pitches?
That's what we're trying.
How many do you think is fair?
10.
Coming off an Achilles.
I was just going to say 10.
Coming off an Achilles.
10, and he's like 10.
10 cuts.
10 swings.
10 swings.
Not 10 pitches.
10?
Yes.
Well, and let's assume that you roll by Scandi or something pregame and get some cuts in. You're not going in cold.
I mean, what's the number you think is fair?
20.
You don't need your Achilles.
Well,
20.
What if it's 15?
17.
Wow.
16.
I think at that point, look, I would say if you took 15 and there was like either, he's calling somebody.
Oh, geez.
Hey, Max, perhaps you guys screwed up. That picture is bogus. This guy's a fraud. All right. Love you. Yeah. More than 10.
Actually, how about we do this? We make it 10. If you don't get a home run, you get 5 more. You don't get a home run, you get 5 more.
And see how long
Still
it takes.
don't get a home run, give you 5 more.
But I think there should be a punishment, though, if he doesn't. Yeah. There should be some sort of punishment.
Well, at some point in one of those cuts, we go like, oh, that was really, like, you're almost there, or it's like, you're only getting to the middle of the outfield.
You got to warm up first.
Yeah, sure.
You got to warm up.
That's
period.
on you.
It's not, and then I get the 10 gamers.
Yes.
That's right. But what if I hit one out during the warm-ups?
Well, then you're
warming up in the batting cage.
Yeah, you're not warming up out there.
Right.
And
15. 15 feels fair.
There's a lot to live up to, too, because we've had situations where we've had hosts on the station. Hey, you shut up.
I know what you're
try to, like I went out to UC Davis at halftime and kicked a 25-yard field goal in front of thousands and thousands of people. This was
and it was good?
No, but I tried my best and I had fun in front of my dad, who I failed in front of twice.
Man.
Jason swears he can hit one.
I want to do that again. That should be a yearly
You can do the
thing.
one McAfee does that. Those are normally students, though.
Well, McAfee used to kick, though.
No, I know, but they have people do it on game day.
Random people.
Wow, Dave.
I know. Dude, my dad.
Don't worry, I'll avenge it for.
I think actually we should ask UC Davis or Sac State. I don't care who it is, but we should ask one. We should be able to do that once a year. It was a good halftime show. People were into it, right? Mm-hmm. And especially they were rooting for it too. So sad. My second one was just wide right, and I'm a Florida State fan, so it makes sense. But I think we should all go out there.
Yeah,
we should.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we want to get celebrity birthdays. But I don't know. National Roast Leg of Lamb Days.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone?
Euro.
No thanks.
No, but that's different. This is a roast leg of lamb. No, gyro is different lamb. That's like hamburger versus a steak. Yeah, exactly.
Lamb.
Damn it. Celebrity birthdays, Jason Ross. Celebrity birthdays, I want to let you guys know, by the way. Brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Crumble Cookies, literally the greatest cookies in the world. We've all tried them. Get yourself some Crumble Cookies today.
Happy birthday, Alex
Baldwin.
Trebek.
Rodriguez.
Oh,
Bregman.
Alec. You're right. Sorry.
Alex
Bregman.
Alexander Hamilton.
Dick.
Rodriguez.
Alex.
Someone say Trebek.
Yeah, he's.
Someone in this room is wearing a hat for the team this guy played for.
Engel.
Len.
Your hat.
Alex.
Quarterback.
Ovechkin. I can't see it.
No,
Number
Alex
one pick.
Smith.
Hey,
Alex
there you go.
Smith.
Alex Smith is how old today?
Alex Smith is 38.
That sounds right.
Oh, God.
39.
Yeah.
36.
39.
41.
Came out with Rodgers.
We have a tie. No correct answer. He's 40 today.
Oof.
Oh, I was gonna
Happy
say
birthday
that.
to Sean.
Michaels.
Cunningham.
Alexander.
White.
George.
The Matrix. Marion. Sean Marion.
Oh, Sean Marion.
Oh, the Matrix.
Sean Marion's 50.
That was his nickname?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Matrix.
46.
45.
48.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Chris Watkins. 46. Sean Marion.
God. Great job.
It really wasn't a great birthday day. So.
That's it?
Oh, that's
There's
it?
a couple more, but
What's coming up on the show today, fellers?
Yeah. Obviously breaking down second round and
We lost race 31.
Orlando Magic. They seem really interested in Malik Monk. Not good.
What are you talking about? They're going to get Klay Thompson.
and Malik.
Oh, I want to know what he's saying. Stay tuned. These guys, fastest growing show ever in the history of the world, coming up next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
And a handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
I didn't ask to be